Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spring Doubles Championship. My name is Turned Down for Walt. I am joined by Polymonto. How are you doing, my friend, for North American bracket time?
I'm doing very, very good as usual. With the North American tournaments, we are getting into a little bit deeper into the afternoon for my part. But usually these sets are enough to energize me right back up. So I'm very excited to get started and see what we got ahead of us.
Dude, I think getting excited is going to be an understatement based on the first team that we have up here. I think they were on our caster predictions, too, to potentially win this entire bracket, if I'm not mistaken. We got Java and Fakey coming up first, up against Perplexity and Sniped Socks. What are you thinking about this one?
So, of course, Java and Fakey, I mean, they don't need that much of an introduction. At this point, they are a little bit of a powerhouse in the region, of course, judging by only the PR numbers. As far as I know, they have been practicing quite hard as well, so they are looking to potentially get, as you mentioned, some more podium places under their belt. Perplexity and Sniped Socks, definitely the underdogs in this matchup. But these games usually end up to be pretty fun either way.
Absolutely, yeah. So Java Fakey, of course, like you said, definitely would be the favorite, I think, if we had to just put some money down on it. But third place at Winter Doubles Championship last a couple months ago. I mean, these guys have just been through the ringer, I think. I'm looking through their stat sheet. The rap sheet has a third. I see first there a couple times. I see some silver medals there as well. This is a team to look out for sure. I'm interested in seeing what Perplexity and Sniped Socks brings to the table. They do have a 25th together at Winter Doubles Championship, but that's the only result I have for the two of them as a pair.
I mean, Sniped Socks, one of the GOATs in the community on the streaming grind, and also as of recently on the casting grind. I've been casting a couple of tournaments with Sniped Socks, which has been a pleasure. Sniped Socks, of course, one of the most known and loved Sidra players that there are, and I do see that he is currently locked in on that Sidra, which makes me very, very excited. On the other hand, we have Perplexity, which right now is locked in on the Wushang. I do want to say, and I feel so sorry for all of the EU boys for bringing this one back up. Perplexity has that underdog potential because he did beat Acno at BCX, I'm pretty sure. Now, that was quite some time ago, but if Perplexity is able to beat Acno, I mean, that says one thing or two about how good he is at the game.
100%. It looks like we're loading right in, so we'll get into it in just a second. Let's see what Sniped Socks and Perplexity can bring to the table against such a powerhouse team.
And we are going to get started quite slowly at first, but Java already going for a pretty large commitment onto Sniped Socks there off the right side of the screen. Java and fakey already able to pick up an initial team combo, getting the members of the blue team down into orange here.
Oh yeah, Java pushing off the left side as well, so a little bit of a 2v1 action there for the left side edge guard, not going to get too much after it.
fakey able to pick up that nair. The stomps there could have been devastating, but a little too far up for Java to be able to follow it up. Was that a weapon throw to cancel that side signature? What a clutch move.
Oh, Java finding the double as well. This is going as about as expected so far for a team of this power, but it looks like we will find the stock in response from Perplexity right here. Is fakey soon to follow?
Ooh. Yeah, that down signature definitely would have been it, but they're not going to be able to connect it. So far, Perplexity and Snipesocks, they did a good job at closing out that signature, but they can't get this one off fakey.
Yeah, and the miscommunication there from Java, just throwing out that side sig right there to get the KO onto his teammate. So we're even at 2 right now. Perplexity and Snipesocks trying to find their way back. Java and fakey are just so relentless, man.
Very, very nice to be able to get back onto stage after an encounter like that, but it could be too little too late. You're already both so damaged. fakey takes down Perplexity, and Snipesocks is going to have to play carefully here.
See what Snipe can do right here while still holding that cannon, hanging out in red, but Perplexity has to fight his way back in the 2v1, and yeah, as Snipesocks runs right in, gets KO'd off the left. This is brutal.
fakey and Java, they're not going to be able to see that team combo come all the way into fruition to get a knockout, but still, that's so much damage that's getting racked up, and Java and fakey, they're looking unstoppable.
Yeah,
denying the save.
Was right, Polly. Look at that. Great response there from Snipesocks, but this is still a 2v1. You got to play quite carefully, especially when both red team members are fresh.
Yeah, this is definitely going to go down in the books as something amazing if this 2v1 is possible. But fakey and Java, I mean, I have my suspicions that they might just be a little bit too good. But Snipesocks with a ground pound.
Okay, yeah,
making my heart skip a little bit.
This is so brutal now. Yeah, you're unarmed and without any resources left. That one is, of course, going over to Java and fakey. But pretty solid showing so far from Perplexity and Snipesocks. I'm interested in seeing if they can bring any changes going into this set.
Yeah, they were able to, especially, I mean, everything kind of went downhill from when they lost that first stock. Perplexity had the opportunity to get a beautiful double knockout, but the GC Light recovery didn't connect at that very instant. If they got that, I mean, that is kind of the initial lead that Java and fakey carried out for the rest of the game, right? And I feel like the main differentiator, Java and fakey, they're getting team combos. Perplexity and Snipesocks, I mean, I don't think we really saw anything happen in regards to that from them.
Right, right. We shall see. We're going into game 2 right now. Legends are staying the same.
All right. Both teams struggling for stage control. fakey and Java immediately, as mentioned, trying to go for that team combo, but Perplexity and Snipesocks, they're playing the neutral game phenomenally right now. Nice revenge punish as well.
Ooh, okay, that was the second time Snipes goes for that. This is rough. Yeah, fakey is just playing keep away right there. Cannot just let Snipesocks come back towards the stage, and Java's there now to pick up the pieces.
Snipesocks somehow able to get back up, and DC coming up from Perplexity was probably meant as a bait, but Snipesocks wasn't able to find that punish. They're not going to be able to bait Java and fakey. It's in the name fakey, man. You're not going to fake out fakey.
Okay, fakey. First one to fall on red side right here, or Java, excuse me. But the stock's flying back and forth right now as Perplexity spawns right back in, gets the weapon on the pickup. But yeah, not going to get too much after that.
And again, Snipesocks and Perplexity, this was the bane of your existence the last game around. You weren't able to close out that second stock, but this time around, they're going to be able to redeem themselves, and they get a little bit of a team combo as well. Perplexity's down signatures are not lining up in the team combos today.
That's right, that's right. Ooh, okay, let's see. Quick 1-2 there. fakey to close that one out off the end of the combo. Not going to get a KO off the top, but Snipesocks is in a real rough position. Just has to land. Finds the weapon spawn as well. But both blue team members still hanging out in red right now, Polly.
Beautiful spot dodge coming out. And yeah, some unfortunate miscommunication there. That might have even led to a knockout, if not. But going to lead into a clash instead. GC Endlight recovery tries to come out. fakey is in a little bit of trouble here.
fakey not going to get the KO just yet. Java swinging for the fences, though, with that axe right there. Going for it again, just looking for anything that will find this KO on Perplexity. He will not go down just yet.
refuses to take... Oh, there it comes, finally. The bow nair is going to do the job, but Sniped Socks, I mean...
Oh my
Sniped
God.
Socks. Fakey is so strong on that bow on stage, but the GCD sig, it almost does the job.
Yeah, that's such a brutal position, and I mean, Fakey was the one with the extra stock right there, so even with Fakey falling down, this still results in a 2v1 now for Red once again.
And Perplexity is damaged on this last stock, and a team combo is going to finish the job. That is 2-0 on the board. Java and Fakey, they're looking very solid.
Yeah, what a rough position at the end of that game too, right? And I'm sure we'll see it right here on the replay. It's Snipe Socks in just such a rough position where Perplexity feels like he has to go in and really just disrupt anything that's going on because Fakey and Java are just so good at covering whatever the other player on their team is missing.
And this is the thing that is kind of worrying for Perplexity and Snipe Socks, right? Java and Fakey, they are playing so excellently. Perplexity and Sniped Socks have so many problems that they need to solve in order to win. I mean, Java and Fakey, they are having better team combos. They're having better positioning. I mean, you see it right here. They're able to pick up so much damage. And what is that lead? You have to play from behind for the next couple of stocks now.
It looks like you're going to have to play from behind for the next game right now as Perplexity falling off the right. Not going to get KO'd just yet. Has suspended, but like I said before, if Java commits off stage for one thing, Fakey has his back almost every time.
Oh my God. There it is. I mentioned it. The first problem is their team combos. The second problem is Fakey's bow off stage. I mean, it is absolutely brutal. They are not able to come back from that. And Java playing so incredibly well with his teammate as well. They're able to pick up those stocks so often.
Yeah. And this is rough, too. I mean, we see Snipe Socks just kind of chilling with the cannon right now. Has not been able to find much momentum, if any, because Java and Fakey are just sticking together right now. They can just force these weird 2v1 scramble situations off the side of the stage. And as Snipe Socks tries to come in to make something happen, he just get KO'd for it.
This is looking rough. They have momentum on their side. They are looking confident. They got the confidence in this one.
Team synergy at its finest, my friend. We'll see. I mean, it's a tall order, but not out of the books just yet. Any member of Blue Team goes. This is a real tough challenge right here. Almost impossible, but we'll see.
5 stocks against 2. The Lightsair comes out, picking up the first stock.
Yeah, they really get the team combo on Java. Needed that. Really, when they needed it most, yeah, 100%.
They really needed that, but like you're trying to get a team combo on Java, and Fakey is about to respawn. And at this point, I mean, Perplexity going down to that hit, and that is going to be 3-0 on the board. Java and Fakey, they're just too good, man.
Polly, that was brutal. The way that
I'm starting to see, yeah.
Like, they just cover each other so well, it's insane. It really looks like there's just no way out. Like, that clip in particular that you guys are just watching back on the replay there. You know, Java can overcommit almost, or it looks like he's overcommitting in certain positions. And then Fakey can just be there to cover the sides that Java is just not positioning for.
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to see why these guys are favored to be one of the best placing teams in the entire bracket, because this was nothing shy of amazing. I mean, Sniped Socks and Perplexity, they put up an amazing fight. But as we mentioned, I mean, Java and Fakey, they're quite simply too good.
Ooh, 100% accuracy, though, on those signatures. Love to see it. Really making them count. And I think, I mean, that is just very indicative of the signatures came through on the side of Fakey when pretty much they could secure a KO for the most part.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to be taking a quick look at the bracket. We actually don't yet know who Java and Fakey are going to be facing. It is going to be the winner of Wubbs, Snowy, Bunny, and Halo Prince for top 8.
Okay. Should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Perplexity and Sniped Socks getting sent down to the eliminations bracket, where they are going to be fighting Access and Seabass, where we might be seeing that stream. We might be seeing that set on stream potentially.
That would be a crazy one to watch. But yeah, again, I mean, I circle back to I'm pretty confident Java and Fakey were on the list of some of our caster predictions for this weekend, and you can see clear as day why, right? I mean, look at just how powerful these guys looked against a team that did not look like they had many gaps in Perplexity and Sniped Socks. I think the big thing that you had pointed out earlier in that match was the team combos were a little bit lacking, but again, Java and Fakey are just too strong right now.
I mean, the thing is, right? If you're playing players of a specific mechanical caliber, they got better positioning and they got better movement. Everything that you're doing in the game turns into an uphill battle if they have better positioning and better movement. Like, getting team combos is gonna get harder. Getting neutral game interactions in your favor. The offstage, of course, the pressure builds up, and they just can't take control of the game. Which, yet again, Java and fakey, just a merit to how good they are.
Absolutely. Let's talk about what our next match on the schedule might be, because this one is a little bit interesting to me as well, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. We got Anonymous Alex and Worthy up against Glue and Sprite. Now, I was just looking through some of the recent results and stats for both of these teams, and Glue and Sprite, I had to like scroll for a hot second. It looks like they've been teaming for at least a couple years at this point, with some pretty solid results across the board. Anonymous Alex and Worthy only have 4 results spanning back to towards the end of 2023, but they placed as high as 5th back in March at Winter Doubles Championship.
Absolutely, and now Anonymous Alex especially, I mean, not only does his name always stick out to me as the longest name in the room, irregardless of whatever room you're in, Anonymous Alex, of course, I am always going to be nostalgic for the amazing run that he had. But as I'm sure that most people are already aware, Anonymous Alex is one of the best 1v1 players in this room right now, and I'm going to be interested of seeing how that is going to be reflecting in the gameplay. I know that Sprite has also been making some crazy moves recently in terms of the 1v1 ladder.
Right. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We got what is this? Double Taros versus Olgrim Rayman coming in.
We have 4 axes. We have 4 axes on
there
the
are
screen.
many axes.
This is hey man, we're going back to the good old days of Brawlhalla 2v2. I like what I'm seeing, Walt. Alright, show us what you got.
I used to pray for times like these. 4 axes coming in for our first game right here. Glue and Sprite up against Anonymous Alex and Worthy. We're loading in right now. It looks like we're going to be getting into our game 1 in just a few short seconds. Here we go.
2, 1.
Alright, we are going to be on Miami Dome. As we load in, we're going to get 1 weapon per both of the teams, and they're both going to be axes.
Oh yeah, love to see it.
3 axes. Can we get a 4th? Can we get a 4th? I mean, we just saw Worthy throw away
there
that hammer.
Oh, there it is. We got it. We got it
on the screen. Okay, we see a weapon throw. We're not going to be we need like an axe counter or something by the replays on this or something. I'm giving production a heart attack right now, but it is what it is.
Okay, as the dust settles, though, first strike will go down over in favor of the blue team. Glue will fall.
Nice and light. Oh, and beautiful target swap as well. Able to get some pretty good damage. They already have that initial lead. At this point, they're just looking to push it. Sprite knows it. He's trying to maintain this stock. If he's able to get these 2 off before he goes down himself, that could give them a pretty nice lead.
Oh, that was lovely from Glue, though. I mean, all of just the bouncing back and forth right there, playing defense, preventing anyone from Blue from really doing anything, stop him from that edge guard. Wonderful stuff.
I looked away for 1 second, and man, you should never look away from an axe player off stage. Anything can happen. You're gonna have to take a look at the replay for that, but man, those stocks can go flying. It looks like Glue and Worthy, they want an episode 2, but Glue is actually not about that. Going back on stage instead.
I'm scared now if I see Glue get that offstage pressure going right now. He finds the pickup onto Worthy, but wants to go for the target swap instead. Looks like Anonymous will just fall outright, though, and not going to have too much of a window to find the 2v1 after.
The double hammer coming into play here. As they were looking to find that stomp, but Glue jumping over and doing a GC D-Light instead. Just the right height as well to not get caught by that stomp. It is so small vertically.
Yeah, we talk about this potential playmaking opportunity that blue team does have. Stomp Sarah, of course, is an easy peasy one to pick right up right there, but Anonymous just says, "Get off me, Glue." We'll see you on the respawn.
Worthy going to be able to cling onto that axe, but not for long. Going to get knocked out. Anonymous Alex left to fend for his own, and Glue just keeps that pressure up. It doesn't matter which circumstance they're in. Sprite doing a really, really good job at supporting him whenever he charges in like that.
Yeah, and I think you just look at the pictures on the screen right now, too. Sprite, still the lone player hanging on to that second stock, not wanting to overcommit and maybe get reversal right there. That was probably the first real positioning error, if you could call it that I would see from Sprite, but it's not getting punished.
All right, now stuck in this momentary 1v2. That's really dangerous. Thrown off stage, dangerous situation, but Sprite able to help their teammate back up. What a clutch play, able to get another nair in there as well.
Oh, but Glue's still unarmed. Yeah, you could see he was waiting for that weapon spawn to come in on the left soft platform right there. Sprite trying to come right in right here. Glue made his money count with that lance. Lord. He's going to find the KO onto Anonymous, and it's a 2v1 for Worthy.
Stuck in this 1v2, and you're getting sandwiched as well. Glue, though, not going for an end-eye, going for that neutral signature instead, and that is going to be the first knockout. Worthy starting to dig underneath the skin of red team here.
Worthy swapping back to that axe right here, but it's deep red. It's not even going to matter. Sprite closes the door right there. Wonderful stuff to red team. We're going to see it right there. I mean, you mentioned a lot of axe players in this game right now, but I think the big difference maker, in my opinion, was honestly Glue on the lance.
I need to see that offstage of Glue. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting it. Yeah, it looks like we might have missed that. Or are we? Here it is. The team combo. Worthy and Anonymous Alex, man. And that's what I was thinking of as well. I mean, I was hyping up Anonymous Alex and Worthy's their individual 1v1 skills, but it's really in the 2v2 opportunities that they really got to shine the most. Right. And I feel like one of the largest problems of that was just Glue's axe. Glue's axe, and as you mentioned, Lance coming in, separating the players, and he was unstoppable on those offstage encounters. If they're able to beat Glue whenever he's in that state, like Worthy is right now, but then Sprite comes in out of nowhere.
Oh, we calling it Sprite or 7-Up after he's going through for that combo. That was unreal. What great team awareness right there to just cover your boy like that. Glue will find the stock, almost a second one as well. Gonna try to go for the edge guard right here, but Worthy disarmed. This is a rough position, but Glue's gonna get KO'd off the top instead. What a reversal.
What a reversal. I mean, this game is already moving so quickly, and that's going to be another stock for the books. It's Sprite and Glue now with the lead. Anonymous Alex is able to even it out, but stuck in this individual 1v2. Glue and Sprite, they're so good at between switching from 1v1 into a 2v2. I think that's really what this is.
Okay. Glue, we saw it in game one. Deadly on this lance. Worthy in a weird position, but yeah, opts for the target swap because Worthy's just so far away. We're back to the scrambles once again.
Such amazing awareness from Sprite and Glue, keeping their eyes on all of the players at the same time. Exhausted recovery coming out, almost getting the knockout. Anonymous Alex trying to apply a little bit of pressure, but Worthy having a little bit of a hard time against Glue, perhaps. He's able to get back up.
Yep, great ground pound from Glue. Make it a second one. No, not going to happen there. Looking for the angle with the weapon toss, but we're back to double axe again on the side of red.
Stomp Stare comes out. Able to dodge that though. Not sure if the hitbox was just a little bit too low. Ground pound. That was so close.
Great
That's so
dodge
scary,
by Glue,
Glue keeping that stock. Oh, the double stomp Stare. That's gonna do the job. What a nice, amazing timing from Worthy, really.
Yeah, and this is such the deadly playmaking potential that Blue has when they both have hammers available. That Stomp Sair just so reliable as an option right there. They could just cover almost every single angle. But here we go, Worthy off stage once again in the red. This is surely a KO, but no, Glue wants to swap over to Anonymous instead.
Barely any options there, and I think Glue going for that GCD light and missing it, he didn't want to recommit because he knew that Worthy is already so damaged. It's too much risk for a reward you're gonna claim later anyway.
There it is again, yeah, GC. Get that stomp, find the Sair as well, push Glue off. But again, Worthy is just playing perimeter right here, wanting to prevent Glue from coming back to the stage.
That hammer DC would have been devastating, but it got interrupted. Now Glue was, I was waiting to see if they were going to swap into the 2v2, but still, that's going to be the first stock.
Yeah, rough swing from Sprite right here. Not out of the woods just yet, but let's see. Okay, Glue finds the reversal right here. Has to commit for the ground pound, but you might be finished because of that.
Oh my god. GC Light Nair not going to do the job though. Glue still has this stock. How are you supposed to get back in a situation like this?
So brutal, right? Yeah, I mean, and look at this. Anonymous just knows, like, covering the backside, there's nowhere for Glue to go.
And I mean, especially you throw out the hammer and light, what are you supposed to do? You try to go back up, you're gonna get caught into it. You try to punish, and I mean, the other player can just hammer Sair. Doesn't matter if you're going to knock out your teammate with that hammer Sair, because the enemy is going to be going down.
Yeah, I mean, this has already been just such an incredible back and forth set as we begin to go towards game 3 right now. But I mean, Polly, the big thing that I'm seeing right now on the side of blue is they're so good at playing the positional game, specifically when one or both members have the hammer. We saw like the GCD light into Sair, like very tried and true combo that you get out of hammer right there. But the thing from red side is they're so willing to target swap and try to build on damage onto the other member of blue if instead of going for an edge guard position. And I feel like that bit them a little bit in the last game.
Yeah, I mentioned in the first game, Anonymous, Alex, and Worthy, they did a really good job in the 2v2 situations, but Glue and Sprite were just kind of running all over them, right? I feel like in the first game, Anonymous, Alex, and Worthy, they kind of had the mentality of, okay, let's play civilized Brawlhalla, we'll set up good positions, we'll get some team combos. This game, I mean, they went in and they started swinging. We were seeing hammer Sairs, we're seeing signatures that are getting 3 people flying off to one side of the screen, but you have 2 with terraces, so you're going to do fine.
Such is the etiquette when you have 4 Axe players on your screen. It's how do you do, fellow Axemen? We'll see coming into game 3 right now what kind of adjustments can be made in the tiebreaker coming through.
All I'm saying is Teros may not have been a legend designed for civilized Brawlhalla. We're going into brutal territory, or at the very least, that's what it looks like. Anonymous, Alex, and Worthy able to get a little bit of a team combo just by the start here, but we're seeing so much back and forth already.
That's right. All right, Glue on the lands has really looked the most powerful when he's able to play the offstage right now. Not able to get too much going. He's going to be the first one to fall into red damage already. And it might be a KO. Yeah, it is.
Worthy is schmoving right now, man. He's finding, I mean, those are 2 down signatures, maybe not the most flashy knockout option that you can use, but Worthy is in the right spot at the right time a lot of cases right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we saw it on the stats from the last game as well, Polly. I think Worthy had like 14 signatures or something like that, like just really willing to let it rip if the opportunity presents itself. Here we go again. Sprite and Glue trying to force the 2v1 onto Worthy. They will get the KO eventually. Anonymous surely to follow.
Anonymous, Alex, barely any options. Dodges up, not able to get back to the wall. Now Worthy gonna have to play a little bit carefully as he waits for Anonymous Alex to respawn. A little bit unfortunate to lose the stock like that, but you can afford it, realistically.
Okay, yes, so patient right there. Waits for Glue to swing on that lance, and then it's an easy peasy stomp Sair from Anonymous Alex to find the kill on his own.
Oh, Sprite, barely any options there. Glue tries to go down in case he just needs to save him. Oh my god, no, not like this, Glue!
Oh,
you
no.
You have such a healthy
You just
stock.
came back.
Oh my god, and see, that's so much pressure, that's so much stress. Sure, it's not gonna knock out, but Glue is orange from that.
Oh no. Glue, you have so much to live for, man. Come on. Okay, we'll find potentially a KO, yeah, but doesn't want to overextend once again onto Worthy. Instead, looks his sights towards Anonymous.
Sprite doing Sprite, even though Sprite is so damaged, he's doing a really good job at freeing up space as Glue is getting pressurized, but not good enough as Worthy and Anonymous Alex. As we mentioned, big ol' hits. They're able to sneak in there, they're able to swing their hammers, and I mean, you're getting knocked out.
Civilized Brawlhalla has gone out the window, Polly.
Yes.
I'll be the first to say it. They said, you know what, we're going to fight like barbarians in this game 3. We're looking at the counter picks coming through, stage strikes in just a minute. But yeah, I mean, that was a blowout going into game 3.
I mean, you got 2 with Teros, you got 2 level 100 Teros players, and both of them are running 2 decks. I mean, what would you expect? And how do you read that? Anonymous Alex expecting that endlight would have been insane. You see Anonymous Alex, even in, how would you call it? Not even Anonymous Alex would assume that Worthy would go for a play like that. He tried to follow up twice. He's like, oh, you're going to go for the easy option. Worthy is like, nah, bro, I'm getting this knockout. I think I have it locked down.
We'll see if they can lock down this set right now. It's just 1 game remaining to stay on the winner's side here for Worthy and Anonymous Alex.
What a start from Glue and Sprite. Already finding a team combo onto Worthy. He's orange. He's barely been able to start the game, and he's almost lost half of his first stock.
Okay, just lets it rip right there. Is Anonymous once again. Glue just getting caught up right there. Cannot find his way into the mix right here. Meanwhile, Sprite is just running into both Blue members.
Worthy waiting on that ledge, trying to throw out the neutral signature, but they're not going to be running into it. Glue and Sprite trying to take a little bit of a chill pill, but Worthy is gonna charge in with that side signature. Sair comes out, weapon throw, GCD light,
oh my
they're not
gosh,
going to be connecting.
Yeah, and it looked like Worthy had almost everything covered right there on that edge guard attempt. Will not find it. The KO will be found onto Worthy instead. Anonymous potentially coming through. Sprite looking for all of it.
And light coming out. Sprite, rather than trying to go for the confirm, wanted to go for the 1v2. It would have been absolutely amazing, but going to be moving out of that one very skillfully so. Anonymous Alex still on 3 stocks, not anymore. Glue able to get that Sair in, and this is going to be devastating.
Yeah,
down into orange.
The first real glimpse of, I think it's like consistent team combo from the side of red, but it didn't really amount to too much damage.
Okay, let's see. They are at this point. I mean, from the last 2 games, Anonymous Alex and Worthy, they've given us a pretty dominant showing. Glue and the Sprite, they're kind of getting for the first time in these last 3 games. They're getting a lead here.
Ooh, big Sair though from Worthy. Does Glue have a jump? Yep. And he answers right back with the unarmed as well. Can pick up the axe on the way out. Big chillin'. Not for long. Glue's gonna fall the last stock, but he is tied with
Oh my
Worthy.
god,
This is an opportunity here.
That was so scary, Sprite. It looks like not only is Glue the offstage team, but Sprite can also put a serious impact into the enemy. Going to get knocked out by that Sair though.
Ooh, Anonymous, kind of reaching right there. Yeah, trying to go for all of it. Gets disarmed on the right side. Needs to look for a weapon right there. Finds the spawn just in time, but throws it away.
Okay, and light comes out. That's going to be the team combo. Glue able to sneak a Sair in. They need to get these stocks off as fast as possible if they want a chance to stay inside the winner's bracket.
Worthy just so elusive right there, not getting caught up into the 2v1 sandwich right there, but he is taking a lot of damage. Anonymous, you gotta help your man.
Dude. Anonymous Alex is comboing both of them on the unarmed. They're not able to move around, but now he's stuck in a 1v2. They're both low, but you need to find those hits without getting instantly team comboed.
Ollie, we might be going to a game 5 right here. It's a big swing. The weapon throw will not find it, but the second one will. Sprite unarmed. Glue's got that axe, and he's looking to reach with it. It will be a KO off the top, and we're going to a game 5.
So close up until the very end. That recovery just barely getting that knockout. Sprite and Glue, man, they fought hard for this. They got the adaptions coming game 2 and 3, getting just a little bit better for every single game. And just like that, game 5, man, they are in it to win it.
Slowly but surely. I mean, what a great set that we've been getting so far out of these guys. It's all going to come down to this. Polly, where's your head at, man? What do you think? Who do you think has the edge here?
It's really hard to say. Like this could just be bias simply because they have hammer. It feels like Worthy and Anonymous Alex, they have just a little bit more control over the stage. Sprite and Glue, both respectively, they are so good at the offstage. Right. They are so scary on the offstage, and if they're able to get a little bit of a repeat of that, they could be unstoppable. But only time will tell. You only have 1 pair of gauntlets on that team, which, to be fair, is infinitely more gauntlets than Anonymous Alex and Worthy have.
That's right, but they also have 2 more hammers than what Glue and Sprite has, as you mentioned before. I mean, that playmaking potential on that weapon can be so lethal. It all comes down to this. Let's see what happens.
All right, and just off the start, I mean, we didn't even talk about like the first 10 seconds of of our last game. They were able to sneak in a massive combo onto Worthy. He got down into orange. Do you understand? Like, playing from a setback that early on must have impacted them so much.
100%, 100%. We'll see. All right, Glue chilling with the lance right now. Teammate's going to be holding the axe, trying to find the pickup right here. Does not want to commit onto Anonymous Alex once again, but Sprite, again, playing the perimeter.
Oh, and the GC recovery going to be catching Worthy as well. All players now kind of patrolling around. Glue charging in with that lance. Anonymous Alex and Worthy. We're starting to see potentially a little bit more civilized Brawlhalla come out, and Sprite and Glue. Whenever we go into civilized Brawlhalla, this is where they shine, it would appear.
That's right. They say, let's return to civilization. Forget what you once knew about the caveman times. Worthy chilling in red right now. Sprite on those gauntlets as well. Let's see what kind of plays he can make. GC's not going to connect. Grapple Hammer will push off stage to the right. Not going to be too much damage after that. Glue knows his teammates coming back.
Stuck in this 1v2, both players in the deep red. The intrusive thought to just run forward and D-Sig, it's gonna knock out, but if it doesn't connect, you're gonna end up in orange already. Glue and Sprite, what happened? Just a moment ago, Anonymous, Alex, and Worthy spawned in, and now they're going down.
Worthy's on last stock, Polly. What?
Sprite and Glue, man. You give them an inch and they take a mile. Worthy and Anonymous Alex, they're able to get those stocks off. But man, you're playing from behind for real now.
Yeah, this is insane. I mean, like, for all the praises we sung of Blue Team in the last 4 games, you know, their ability to stay patient, really control the stage, especially when they're on double hammer like that. It looked like Worthy and Anonymous are kind of reaching for a lot of things here. It's last stock for both Blue members.
Worthy and orange, and oh man, stuck on the offstage. This could be massive, but a ground pound, and that's going to be Glue out. Sprite has no chance of saving him. 2 stocks here. Worthy is gonna have to play so carefully. GC D-Sig is not going to be the answer.
Okay, I'm a little bit nervous now. If Sprite goes down, what that 2v1 window onto Glue will look like as Sprite tries to recover back in and respawn. But hasn't lost the stock quite yet. Let's see, Anonymous trying to get a little bit more damage, now in the red.
Sidelight Nair comes out. You just need one good hit on Worthy at this point, but Glue not getting tunnel vision, going for a little bit of a combo onto Anonymous Alex. The side
I think you're fine with it. Okay. Wait a second. Does he have it? Okay, able to touch the wall. Wall slip does come through, but it's not gonna matter right here. This might be the set, Polly.
Recovery comes out, D-Sig, and that is going to be it. Glue and Sprite in game 5. They got that first game, and then they showed us that they're able to do it again and again. Glue and the Sprite, man, coming out on top.
Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, that was my favorite set of the entire weekend, if I'm not gonna lie. Insane play from Glue and Sprite right there. Honestly, I mean, Anonymous Alex and Worthy looked really in control for a lot of that set too. So, I mean, like, what a comeback from Glue and Sprite to really make that one happen.
For sure, and I mean, you can tell by someone's gameplay, you can tell by the way that they're playing that they were confident. They were confident that they got this, they have the entire set. They were playing... They were going for massive plays and massive options that are dealing tons of damage, as we mentioned. You know, going back, leaving the civilized version of Brawlhalla, it gave them a lot of success, but Glue and Sprite, they're able to take control back, and taking control back when you're behind is not easy.
Yeah, you're 100% right there. And I mean, I think we saw it in the replays as well. Worthy and Anonymous really going for a couple things that just looked so uncharacteristic based on what we had seen in the last 4 games of this team. Again, like I mentioned before, the willingness to just kind of play position and say, like, I can cover all of this space and then just get Stomp Stare and find the KO pretty much every time. They kind of threw that out the window in game 5, and there was these huge reversal opportunities for Red Team to really take it all the way home.
Yeah, they really, in so many areas of their gameplay, really refined it towards the very end. On top of that, also just being like, okay, we're not going to get hit by Worthy's down signature on Axe anymore, right? And that already made such a large impact. But we do have to run into a short break. We are going to be back very, very shortly. We, of course, have much more North American action for you guys. So make sure to stay in your seats, and we will be right back.
Welcome back to the Spring Doubles Championship for Brawlhalla. I'm turned down for what with Polymonto, and we just had an insane set before we went to that break, so I'm a little bit jacked up, dude. I'm kind of hyped. I don't know if I can contain my energy much longer. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very, very good myself. I mean, as you mentioned, super hype set, and yeah, we got a lot of Axe. I love Axe, which might be an unpopular opinion, but you mentioned earlier that might have been one of your favorite sets that you've casted. Do you think we're going to top that?
Dude, you know, I was thinking about it during the break, and I was like, this set was really cool and close and competitive, and then I was like, wait, Serenity was almost doing 1,000 damage in the bracket when we were casting the other day. So I don't know, man. There's just been so much good Brawlhalla this entire weekend. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon as we proceed even further through this bracket. We got one more match to talk about right now. We have Paris NRG Raid up against Simba and Lampy coming up next. You got any thoughts about this one?
I'm going to be completely honest. These are, especially NRG Raid, I am not very familiar with. Simba, of course. Everyone knows Simba, one of the household names of North America right now. 48 top 32 finishers. This is by far the most experienced and prestigious player in this room, teaming with Lampy as well. And I do believe that they have had some success together in 2022 and 2023. I'm seeing a 17th at BCX, a 7th in autumns of 2022, but they haven't played a tournament together in 2024. So it's going to be interesting to see if they still have that level of magic that they did previously.
Yeah, you got to see if the old dog can learn some new tricks coming into the new year, right? I mean, like you said, the last time that these two had competed as a team was June of last year, and they got 17th at DreamHack Dallas 2023. It leaves a couple questions, right? What's been happening in the last almost year since they've teamed together?
Well, one thing is for certain. Usually players don't get worse over time. Usually they get better over time. Getting a 17th at a LAN, I mean, that's a team that you should be pretty afraid of.
Paris and work.
Yeah. Paris and NRG, on the other hand, have no tournaments played together, which it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be squaring up against Simba and Lampy.
We do see rather high North American PR rankings from Paris and NRG Raid, if I'm not mistaken. I'm seeing a 48 for Paris and a 91 for NRG Raid. So that ain't bad. But again, I mean, like you had mentioned before, the pedigree of a player like Simba, right? Being able to just show up in top 32s as many times as you can. You can see it in that placements row right there. I mean, no one even comes close to this player.
Yeah, I mean, he has more medals than NRG and Paris have top 32s combined. And I mean, that really says something. That does kind of say something. But it could be, as we mentioned time and time again, kind of the old versus the new. Paris and NRG, they're definitely going to be challenging contenders as we move into our first game of the set. Is going to be on Demon Island.
Okay, Demon Island. And we got the Demon Akuma coming in right now as well.
All right. Paris able to interrupt what could have been an early potential team combo, but Simba looking dangerous on that spear, tearing up Paris and Raid right now, separating them.
Yeah, and I love that chase dodge right there from Lampy to just completely get out of trouble after connecting with a little bit of damage right there. Pretty safe start from both teams right here. Simba looking for the edge guard off the side. Paris wanting to intercept, but not getting too much after it.
Everyone could smell that spear there coming from a mile away on that edge guard, but Simba didn't want to commit to it, and it looks like he won't need to either, because they are giving Raid a really hard time either way. Now Paris quite damaged on this last stock as well. Side signature not going to be going over the edge, so that won't be getting that knockout.
Simba was looking to try to find the KO onto Paris as he overextended for that edge guard. Not going to get it, but Paris in red. So any light little breeze might be enough to do it in just a moment. But Simba's still looking for a weapon, though. We'll find it right there. The spear is back in hand.
Spear back in hand, and now this is the moment you go for those large commitments. You have an extra stock, you're basically about to lose this stock either way, so you might as well go for those large offstage plays. I'm probably going to fail, I'm probably going to lose that stock, but that's okay, I can take it. Never mind Simba, and puts both of them into orange.
Oh yeah. Simba trying to overconnect right there. Waiting for Lampy to come back to stage right now, wants to cover, charging right there, but not going to get it. And Lampy will be the one to fall. Coming onto the respawn, Simba not getting caught into the 2v1 though. Great evasiveness.
Dangerous situation here. Simba, only player on the red team now with 2 stocks remaining. Stocks are about to go flying, though. Beautiful read coming out. Ser on the landing as well. Lampy with a beautiful follow-up, and that is going to be another stock. Raid has to play so carefully here.
Yeah, and just like that, the momentum swung around in an instant, right? I mean, Simba made that great read with the GC, like you had said earlier. Another stock fell right after, and it's a pretty sizable lead with Simba hanging on to the second stock still.
All right. D-signature coming out, able to interrupt it with a Ser. Second one coming out. They need to take this stock off Simba as fast as possible, man. But Simba making such a large impact on the unarmed alone.
I know.
They can't get that stock off.
Okay, has to go up right here, touches the wall, doesn't want to fight for this stage positioning, but again, still has not found an opportunity to grab a weapon. He is just going fisticuffs on him, Polly.
He doesn't mind. I don't think Simba really minds. I mean, you're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna lose that weapon anyway, so.
But as the dust settles, once again, Simba still without a weapon, without that second stock to play with, and has to play the 1v2 now. Not going to get it right there off of that stock, but both blue team members in red. Here we go. Paris wanting to try to cover for his teammate right here, but taking some damage in the process.
Jesus. Okay. In the 1v2 still now. Both players are getting more and more damage, and Simba has not picked up a weapon still.
He finally
gets that spear.
His power has been unlocked, Polly. Let's see if it's enough right here. Single conversion could be all Simba needs. Great dodge to get out of trouble right there, but you might get caught in the team combo. Oh, the double KO off the back of the blue team member, hitting his teammate too. What an unfortunate set of events, Polly. I can't believe that.
Simba with the clutch, 767 damage. He was not able to grab a weapon for so long. He went full Pokemon mode and said weapon starving was not effective.
Simba was the whole time saying, I didn't hear no bell. Fighting unarmed for what felt like close to a couple minutes in that game.
Oh my lord.
It was so hard for him to even find a good, like, favorable spawn in those positions, and once he got a hold of that spear, I mean, it wasn't even the difference maker. Blue team was already so high in damage that it was just a couple of hits that Simba needed to find it, but oh my goodness, what a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, with how well Simba was playing unarmed, you wouldn't really want to know what he's going to be able to do when he gets that spear.
Oh, yeah.
Quick recovery, gets a double knockout, but we are moving into our next game, and just as we are recovering from our last experience with Simba against these 2 players, he's already putting them off stage.
That's right. All that being said as well, blue team was able to force that 2v1 right there, so we'll see if they can maintain with this momentum. Simba was just proving he was too different in that first game, but as it all is being said, it's a full 2-stock lead for red, Polly. It might be 3. It looks like it's close to 3. Yeah, you can't touch the wall right there. This is just a blowout. No, Polly, what is happening?
No way. The recovery doesn't connect, but it was so close. They got the unarmed spear combos lapped out, and Paris and Raid, they are struggling right now. They're playing from... They are... this is going to be nearly impossible. I'm not sure how they're supposed to do this.
Simba still just wants all the smoke right here. Looking for dude, I think they wanted to try to get the perfect game right there, as both red team members will fall their first stock. But oh my gosh, what an amazing start.
Yeah, perfect is the name of the game right now, because it's gonna take a true master, 2 true masters to be able to reverse a situation like this.
Okay, last stock here, and this is a huge team combo, especially at that damage you're at. Yeah, this is just over.
1v2 now, 4 stocks versus 1. Raid, yeah, I mean, they're already thinking about game 3.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and both double gauntlets right here. It did introduce some DI into the mix, but it doesn't even matter when you are at that much of a deficit. Simba and Lampy just going absolutely insane.
I mean, as you mentioned, man, they were able to make sure that Lampy got really far behind in our in the game before this one, and if they're able to find something like that, then they would have been super strong. On the contrary, if Lampy is able to not lose his stocks like that, I mean, they're going to be unstoppable, and that's what happened.
Dude, they looked at Paris and Raid and said, "You really thought this was going to be close because of that first game?" You actually thought that, and then just won so hard in this second one. I mean, this is a crazy adjustment that Raid and Paris need to make going into this.
He threw that weapon upwards. He was going for a clip at that very end. He was ready to get posted on Reddit.
Oh my word. Okay, we will be loading into game 3. Simba was able to clutch out the game 1, so it is a reverse 3-0 on the table if Raid and Paris want to stay in this tournament. This is elimination bracket, mind you.
Oh man, I almost forgot. Almost forgot this is eliminations at this point. I mean, one thing that makes me really, really scared: who took Paris and who took Simba and Lampy down? Either way, there's demons lurking at every corner of this bracket, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We shall see. A little bit of miscommunication there on the side of blue promotes an opportunity for red right here, and they are going to take that one to the bank. It is Raid falling for first strike.
Oh, and Paris could be soon to follow. So damaged here, but they're not even going for that confirm. They're going for a team combo instead. You already know how they roll. That's Raid down to orange. Ser comes out. That's the second stock off. They need to get these stocks off quickly if they want to have a chance of evening this out. You see Raid is looking for these aerials off the cannon. Paris is going to have to swoop in with those gauntlets. Nice confirm.
And I mean, the big thing is the cannon here from Raid going to be enough of a difference maker for them? The answer right now looks like no, as Red Team is hanging on to this pretty strong stock lead right here. Let's see. Pretty hard commit right there, but not going to amount to too much damage across the board.
Nice interrupt coming out, but unfortunately, neutral sigging own teammate is not going to lead to a friendly knockout, though. And like Paris is not going to be able to get back up. A weapon thrown to the ground pound, and that stock is just robbed.
Lampy covering the tracks right there, forcing Paris onto last stock. I mean, this is so rough, Polly.
They have that lead of Raid already being so damaged. If they get that stock off, I mean, this is 4 stocks, potentially 3 stocks against 2.
Yeah, and Raid is in really precarious position. Will find the KO right there. Lampy trying to stick around for a little bit longer. Pretty healthy overall. And yeah, we'll find that KO to put Raid to last stock as well.
Tries to go for the full send side signature, not going to be connecting, and Paris seems to be having a hard time off stage against Lampy. Lampy knows it. He tries to put that pressure on him as soon and quick as possible.
Okay, not going to get too much, and it is that KO off the top. That might be the bell ringing right here for Red Team. Closing out this 3-0. It is a tough sell for Raid to make this 2v1 comeback.
The weapon throw as well. They're styling at this point. Simba has the opportunity to pick up a weapon this time, and he chooses not to.
But he doesn't. He doesn't want to. Okay. He gets one right there.
He will pay the price. He will pay the price for not going for that weapon, but the 1v2, you gotta beat Lampy, and Lampy has 2 stocks.
And you have to play absolutely perfect at this point, even when you're playing on the 1v1 right there. Lampy did call it out on the recovery. He does disarm himself, though, with that weapon throw, so maybe this is a chance to pick up the stock. Even so, you still have to play perfect, but it is not in the cards, Polly. That is a 3-0 for Simba and Lampy.
Simba and Lampy, they're looking super, super strong in the bracket right now. I did have to go and check, because with how well they're playing, I got kind of scared of who knocked them down. It was Wobbus and Snowy that knocked them down, so...
Right,
I mean, they're going to be so dangerous in the eliminations bracket. They are going to send... I don't think this is the first team that they're going to send home.
Unbelievable stuff. I mean, it was all started in game 1 with Simba clutching out that 2v1. And then, I mean, the rest of the momentum was just all snowballed from there. Crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm scared for whoever they got to run into.
Yeah, dude, I'm not sure what happened. I mean, Simba and Lampy, with all due respect, they did win in the first game, but they got exponentially better. And I'm not sure how they managed to do that. It's almost as if in that second game, they were like, okay, we already won the first game. This time, we're going to try and see if we can win again, but with our monitors enabled.
Yeah, it turns out being able to see the game can help you in some situations, especially when you're playing some high-level Brawlhalla. But yeah, they really did turn it up in games 2 and 3. It was a sight to see. I'm scared just by the implication of Wubbs and Snowy being the team to throw them into the elimination bracket. But now I'm scared for the damage and demolition that they might ensue tearing through that bracket. and who they might cross paths with in the future. But we got to move on to our next set. Polly, who do we got?
We have actually, and I am taking a quick look at the bracket. It's funny you mentioned that Wubbs and Snowy are going to be dangerous. Just to give a little bit of context, right now, off stream, Wubbs Snowy versus Brawlhalla and Volst is getting played, winner of which is going to be the game of what we're getting now. So I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but we are going to be seeing Wubbs and Snowy later because they're also in the elimination side. We have, as we mentioned, I said we might be able to follow Perplexity and Snipe Talks. Here they are, and they're going up against Axis and the Seabass.
Yeah, this is a very interesting one, right? Because we had talked about Perplexity and Snipe Socks before we went to our break, right? A team that has rather high PRs. They're 35 and 42 respectively, but only one recent event, which was back in March at the Winter Doubles Championship where they got 25th. Axis and Seabass also only have one event as a pair in twos, but it was all the way back in 2022, the Minotaur Cup Duos in November of 2022. That's almost 2 years ago.
Now, we have already talked a lot about Perplexity and Snipe Talks, but I will say, I don't know enough about the region to say whichever players are upcoming. I am going to say, I'm going to make a wild claim and say that I would guess that Seabass is probably an upcoming player. In BCX, last BCX, which I casted, I saw Seabass trolling in the World Championship on Terros in a manner that I have never seen in Brawlhalla before. This guy is insane on that Terros. I see right now that he's not locked in on it, but if we get to see that, I mean, it looks like today is Terros Day, man.
It might be Terros Day, man. We should make it a national holiday if we get this one coming through, but we should have a very interesting match on our hands in just a moment as all our players start to spill into the party. Just a second, but man, Polly, these have been some incredible sets so far. I've been having a blast.
Yeah, I mean, as we mentioned time and time again, that's the way the tournament format works. I mean, every single set that you go by, the next one is going to be a little bit better. I am a little bit let down. I'm not sure if we will be around to cast the winner of this against what appears to potentially be Wubbs and Snowy. Actually, Brawlhalla and Volst managed to take a game off Wubbs and Snowy.
Oh, okay. The plot thickens. Love to see it. But yeah, and I mean, the rest of the bracket is looking pretty solid also, right? Looks like Experience and Zen are playing in their set at the moment. Probably, I would imagine that's on the mainstream right now. So you're missing a lot of good Brawlhalla. You can watch both of them at the same time. But I mean, all the sets for this North American bracket have just been so high level. It's very, very impressive to see.
Absolutely. And Experiences and massive favorites to be winning the entire tournament. And I mean, we can see right now, I unfortunately can't see the game since we are watching some phenomenal games here, but they're 2-0 right now against Gooey and Truckstop Burrito.
All right. We are, it looks like 3 out of 4 members are in the lobby right now.
Waiting for Snipe Talks, which do keep in mind, this doesn't necessarily have to do with the fact that we were waiting for him to connect into the game. Snipe Talks is a West player, so Snipe Talks, I don't know if any of the other players in this lobby are West players, but there are a few West players in North America, and I'd like to point that out because you have players playing with, you know, sometimes triple-digit MS that are playing on the same level as people that live in the same city as the servers are based in.
Right. It can be rough sometimes. Sometimes it ain't easy playing Brawlhalla.
It is not. It is definitely not easy when it is difficult. And Snipe Talks, I mean, he's proven to be able to overcome that. Seabass, I see that he's rocking the Mexican flag, and it also says that he's from Mexico on the graphic. I'm not sure if that is where he's playing from, so maybe that will even the tides of battle a little bit. I believe also Wubbs is a West player playing with Snowy, of course, and they are going to be closing out that set, which makes it official. The winner of this is going up against Wubbs and Snowy.
Damn. That means potentially in that elimination bracket, we could, down the road, get the run back of Simba Lampy, Wubbs Snowy. But only time will tell for those. I mean, there are a lot of killers in this bracket. It is crazy to see.
Yeah, there are I would definitely not want it to be stuck down here. But then again, it's not like winners is any easier.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So it looks like Sniped is still choosing a legend at the moment. The rest of the teammates are here and ready to go.
Yeah, I believe Sniped Sox might be having some. Some slight technical difficulties, which we are currently waiting to be fixed. Of course, very unfortunate, but there's nothing you can do. Sometimes it happens even on tournament day.
I don't know, Polly, how are you feeling otherwise? I mean, these sets have just been kind of flying by, to be honest. It looks like Snipe will be locking in right now, but give me a couple of your thoughts while we wait.
These sets are so good, I forget that I need to wake up in... what is that? By the time I'm done casting here, I need to wake up in around 7 hours. 6 hours, potentially. Which is... It's not even that bad, to be honest. It's not even that bad, but I'm gonna have to watch the rest of the tournament, and then we're talking like 3-4 hours of sleep, but that's what happens when the sets are good. You gotta make some sacrifices.
You gotta make some sacrifices. We will be loading into our game 1 at long last. Here we go.
At this point, anticipated game here that we have been waiting for. These guys, they're definitely going to be delivering what it is we want. Sniped Sox and Perplexity, we already saw them before. We know and love their team combos. Axis and Seabass, I'm so excited to see what they're going to be able to do. So far, they're running away with a lead.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what Axis does, what kind of damage he can inflict onto this bow. We have been seeing that weapon be a playmaker right there, as Sniped Sox kind of just falls off the left side right there.
I think that might. I don't want to put. I don't want to put anything out there. That might be some of that controller difficulties that we were getting to hear about just a moment ago.
Sure.
Unfortunate, but it looks like they are unfazed as we are moving into the second stock. They're on orange, and I mean this is Sniped Sox at his best, man. You're one stock behind. He's gonna play aggro cannon anyway.
Oh yeah. Perplexity will fall right here, but Sniped Sox finds the 1-2 to even it right back up. Just like you said, it was almost prolific there, Polly. I love to hear it.
Still rocking that cannon through thick and thin. Axis and Seabass able to get a miniature team combo started onto Perplexity. Isn't going to take too much of a beating from that, though.
Okay. Bit of a four-man scramble right here. Axis will be the one to get the damage going right here, separating red team members on either side of the stage.
Neutralite comes out, wants to commit to it, using the paused version of the ground pound, but it's as mechanically impressive as that was, it's not going to be connecting with anyone. Oh, but the team combo, Seabass can't stop it.
Okay.
All right.
Perplexity trying to look for an anti-air right there. Not going to get it. Still hanging on to this stock, but both members of red just going in what could be an instant right here. Perplexity not going just yet.
Getting knocked off the stage again and again as the players are getting more and more damaged. At this point, stocks are going to be going flying at any moment. A bow neutralite is almost enough to do it. That time around it will. Sniped Sox, one end light. Almost going to do the job, but just barely not.
Oh, looking for the ground pound right there, as unarmed is Perplexity. Finally finds the gauntlet off of a fortunate spawn. We'll see that. Nice side air.
Okay. The only man that could take Sniped Sox down was his own teammate. He was like, I'm gonna let you have this. I'm gonna let you have this. If they can't have you, I'm going to have that stuff.
If I ain't got you, I know my homies got me. We'll see. Everyone's at one stock right here. First one to make a move could be the one to blow this first game wide open.
Anything can happen at this point. So even Sniped Sox and Perplexity, they take some control here of the neutral game, but Axis fighting back with the sideline, opening up the space a little bit, but Sniped Sox, he's just hunting them down on this cannon, applying so much pressure.
Ooh, okay, Perplexity trying to just chase dodge through the middle of them, not going to get too much after it. Seabass with a huge hit right there, changes his sights towards Snipe.
Axis with the sideline recovery, almost enough to knock out. If he got that landing, that would have been it. Sniped Sox interrupting a signature that might have made Axis knock out his teammate, if not.
Oh no, okay. Everyone is in red right here. This is so scary. One signature could be all it takes to open this one right up. Yeah, Sniped Sox knows it. Chase dodges away right there and doesn't even care that Perplexity was about to take him out off the top right there. First game going over to red.
And that's it. Perplexity and Snipesocks able to close it out anyway, even though Snipesocks was having some of those difficulties. These guys are looking very, very dangerous. But I mean, we said it at the very end. Snipesocks and Perplexity, they had that slight advantage. They had that control over the neutral space. But whenever Seabass and Axis fought back, they dealt so much damage. And I'm looking at this legend swap, and I'm seeing Seabass on Rayman now.
Ooh, okay. How do you think this is going to change the dynamic now that we have the double gauntlet coming into game 2?
Honestly, I am not sure. Double gauntlets usually is good. I mean, double gauntlets, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that right now in the meta, double gauntlets are pretty strong. I would hope, and this is just me being a fanboy, I would hope that Seabass eventually goes on to Teros, but I think the double gauntlets might work better for the way that they're playing.
Sure. We'll see if it's what they need right here to get onto the board. Seabass getting that action started with those gauntlets as well. Only picking up a quick 2-piece. A little bit of damage right there to put Perplexity in orange, make that red.
This is the thing, Snipesocks and Perplexity, they got a lot of control over the neutral space, but when you have gauntlets, you have such an amazing ability to swoop in and just yoink one of the opponents and get them out of the way.
Wow, the deny from Seabass there was so great. Just double down airs right there from the axe, and then able to get the weapon throw as well to just close the door on that first stock. Wonderful stuff. Perplexity sitting in pretty deep red almost. So any team combo or strong signature will be enough to do it.
Sitting in deep red, just as you mentioned, Axis tries to get that stock off with a Sair, not able to connect it. Seabass, maybe the 4th time he tries to connect that sidelight recovery, but Perplexity did such a good job at picking the right dodge option every single time.
And they were able to rack on a little bit of damage onto Snipesocks as well. Not too much. Both blue team members probably going to go down in a matter of one team combo, but Snipesocks is just watching Perplexity get comboed right there.
I mean, you're in red. You take one step closer, you might find yourself stuck in that combo, and Snipesocks definitely can't afford to take those hits right now. Sair comes out, Seabass is going to be going down, but that's only the first stock. Perplexity and Snipesocks might make this a different story for Axis, though. It goes down into orange.
All right, it's 2 across the board. Not out of the woods just yet, though. Snipesocks being the highest damage target right now. This gauntlet change already looking so good on the side of Seabass and Access. Both red team members off stage right here. Looking for the team save is Perplexity, but not going to be able to get it. And again, a lot of respect right here. Just kind of letting Perplexity come all the way back, knowing you're just a team combo away from getting KO'd. Let's turn our sights over to Snipesocks instead.
I have to ask, did we just see Perplexity get stuck in a 3-man clash? I'm not sure I've seen that before. I'm not sure if that's what happened, but it looked a bit wonky. Either way, Perplexity is going to get knocked out shortly thereafter, and they need to find these knockouts on Axis and Seabass.
Axis throws the item away, finds the spawn just in time right there to swap over to the bow. They were able to inflict a lot of damage with that combination of gauntlet bow on the side of blue. But Axis chilling in red right now has to help Seabass, but not going to be able to do it. Needs to stay alive right now as well. Great evasion, but still wants some of the smoke. Now everyone's going to be falling to last.
Snipesocks picking up that sword. Perplexity accidentally ground pounding their teammate. That could have been devastating, but they're still going to be keeping that stock, taking control off the ledge. Seabass and Axis, they can't fight back.
Axis wanting to land right here. Seabass getting pogoed down.
That's going to be the stock. Stock in a 2v1. GC comes out, only able to get an air off of that. Axis with the recovery. One more of those is going to knock out. There it comes.
Perplexity has to land right here. Gets disarmed as well. The spawn is so fortunate. Yeah, you are just B-hopping your way over to get that. It is Gauntlet v Gauntlet here, Polly. Anything can happen.
Axis and Seabass, or Axis at this point, really needs to even out the scoreboard, put it back to 1-1. You do not want to be 2-0, but Perplexity, that is what he's trying to do. Axis is too strong though, and there it is, they're evening it out.
Crazy stuff. I mean, it really looked like Axis and Seabass were pretty firmly in control for a lot of that game. And then a quick 1-2 from Perplexity and Snipesocks just almost blew that game 2 wide open, but we'll be even at 1 apiece.
All right, and we are still not seeing any legend swaps across the board here. Of course, both of the teams, I mean, when you have games this close, which this is something that we bring up a lot, when you have games this close, it's not really in anyone's favor to start changing things.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Am I seeing a change right now? I think it is. As you said it,
I stand corrected. I stand
you
corrected.
willed this into existence. The Olgrim is going to come through for Seabass coming into game 3.
I mean, I am a fan. The double gauntlets, as I mentioned, they did work out well, but going for a legend swap whenever you have just won a game, I mean, he must put a lot of faith into this legend pick.
Brawl.
We shall see now. Olgrim on the side of blue. The gauntlets, double gauntlets are gone now.
And we are gonna see what this Olgrim is able to do on, what is going to be able to do on Miami Dome this time around.
Starting off a little bit slow right here. Seabass wanting to get some momentum building up. Swing and a miss coming through. Perplexity and Snipe Stocks take that one to the bank with first strike over on Seabass. And that was just the result of the Lance player pressing a button.
Quick team combo is going to seal the deal. Side signature comes out. Snipe Stocks is in a tough spot right now. Perplexity wants to help his teammate, but he's going to get stuck with an end light as well. The ground pound, what a massive call out. That's going to get stuck.
Seabass wants to answer right back. Says, you know what? You got first strike on me, but I think I'm going to get the KO on both of you. Says, back off there, Access. I want both of these guys.
The patience on the offstage, I'm guessing the intrusive thoughts to just immediately go down to throw at the ground pound to just full send a dare. He was waiting for him to try and push that final bit, and it did result in him getting a couple more dares. Not going to be a knockout as he probably wanted, but still, they're put in a pretty solid situation because of it.
Okay, Perplexity racking on a couple small hits here and there, but it looks like Seabass, more importantly, can't find too much momentum to get this one started. We're splitting off into some 1v1s at the moment. Access wants to come in onto Snipe Socks to try to interrupt, but again, we have seen nothing really too crazy in the way of team combos just yet.
And Light comes out catching both of them. It could have been a massive team combo, but Snipe Socks won't be able to find that follow-up. Not in a very good position for it, but he gets that Sair anyway. Taking that stock off. Perplexity with an egg drop. Is that going to be it? No, Seabass! Was that a GCD light to save their teammate?
It looked like it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we will see Access fall to last as well. This is a pretty huge stock lead now for the red side, and both members relatively healthy right now. We have to see a little bit more damage come through before we see red members fall to last stock as well.
Sair coming in. Going to be knocking away your teammate quite far at this point. They just want to build up the slightest of leads right here, and they're going to be able to do so. The sidelight catches both of them, pogoing away. They can't get these stocks off.
I really don't think Seabass has been able to get much going here with this Lance. That was really the first meaningful hit off of that recovery that I got to see right here, but he might just get blown up right now.
Neutral signature comes out, almost a knockout at this point. That's the double knockout, but it could be too late.
Okay, a little bit of an overcommit there from Perplexity, but relatively healthy on that respawn. I mean, Seabass can't get too much of a punish after that. The eyes are all looking at Access right here with some high damage. Seabass just extending into thin air right there. Where are you going, my man?
Getting both of them into orange here. Access in a dangerous position, and that is going to be
Has
Access.
to go for the save.
Seabass can't go for a save. Perplexity and Snipe Socks. They have an opportunity here. Sair comes out. Double weapon throw. Seabass dodges through both of them, and he touches the wall.
Still such a rough position. Seabass hanging on to the weapon, but about to be in deep red. It might just be enough for the KO right there. You're so far down. Got to go for the recovery right here. Air dodge will come through. It's not going to be enough. The Pogo sends him into the depths, and the red team break the tie, going up 2-1.
You're not getting back onto stage without any jumps, without any dodge, and without a recovery against a spear there, man. But Seabass and I are starting to see a little bit of a pattern here. We lost 2 games on the Olgrim and one on the Ray-Ban, so we're swapping back up.
Yeah, swapping it back over to the Rayman. I don't think we're going to have a chance to see the stats from that last game. But like I said before, Polly, I'd be interested in your thoughts. It really didn't seem like that Lance was doing a lot of work in that game for Seabass.
Yeah, Seabass, I mean, he seems to be preferring that axe, especially, I mean, we mentioned it, that offstage encounter was really good, and if offstage is what you're kind of feeling, Gauntlets is the way to go.
We shall see. The change comes through once again in this game 4. Seabass and Access needed to stay alive in this elimination bracket.
The Game 5 dream is still alive, and the Seabass definitely, I mean, I want to say this is because of the Rayman swap. It probably isn't, because he is just kind of playing Axe right now, which the Olgrim also had. He barely got hit for such a long duration here.
Okay. Trying to overextend a little bit with that GC is Snipe Socks, but not going to get too much. Perplexity is actually the first one to fall right here of the bunch.
I mean, still a very, very even situation. If they manage to get that stock off of Access, Perplexity is able to do so. And Sniped Socks is looking so solid with 3 stocks left to his name. Going to be able to play a little bit more aggro. Team combo comes out and they're able to get it all of the way through. Access down into orange now. That is massive.
And he was about to get picked up by Snipe once again, getting those air dodge patterns picked up. Coming through, he just goes coast to coast here. Is Snipe Socks. And Access now falls into red as well. This is just going from bad to worse, Polly.
3 stocks against 5 now, and they still haven't gotten that stock off of Sniped Socks. He is unstoppable right now, and Perplexity is right there to pick up those knockouts whenever Sniped Socks has built up that damage.
Okay, Cannon not in the picture right now. That's where Sniped Socks was able to make a lot of his money. Seabass is going to come through, try to pick up the recovery. Not enough damage to get that KO off the top. But you got to make some plays happen now, Seabass. This is why you were switching the legends right here. Target swap will come through onto Perplexity.
Access needs to play so carefully, but he keeps finding himself sandwiched between Perplexity and Sniped Socks. It's not a spot you want to be in. Last stock red now. Perplexity not trying to get tunnel focused. Going for the GC side signature, not going to be connecting. That could have been it for Seabass' stock, but a recovery is going to connect.
This is huge, and look at the patience from Access right there. Just hanging out on the right side, does not want to get caught up in the mix and get reversaled when he's already sitting on last stock red. Now you have to play so patient right here. Good dodge to get out of there. If you got caught up, it was a 2v1 for Seabass. Now you get an opportunity to get another team combo before Access potentially falls out.
Able to get that recovery. Access in a very dangerous situation here. Only player with 2 stocks to his left is Sniped Socks, so he will be able to play a little bit more aggro and see if he can get those stocks off stage if required. Perplexity, you gotta stay careful. You want to ensure this win.
And it's such a rough position, right? Seabass has to be the one to initiate now for blue side. Access is gonna fall right there off the traded hit. This is such a rough position now, and it's just over in an instant, Polly. Perplexity and Sniped Socks will take this one away.
We were hyping up Sniped Socks for a large portion of that game, but really what made them come over the finish line, on top of the amazing teamwork, Sniped Socks with the damage build, with the tanking, and I mean Perplexity, he was able to close out those stocks so consistently.
Yeah. I mean, you had mentioned it in that last game as well, right? The ability of Sniped Socks to just rack on so much damage, especially when he was able to separate into the 1v1s and get a good read on the dodge patterns with the cannon, was just unbelievable. And then Perplexity just being around or in the general vicinity to pick up the pieces. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Amazing set from Red Team there.
Absolutely, playing so well from beginning to end, and you did see their team getting a little bit shaky when Access and Seabass did manage to get that initial game, but that Rayman, man, that trick only works so many times.
Oh yeah. Crazy stuff there. That's going to be Access and Seabass out of the tournament. They're out of Spring Doubles Championship. Perplexity and Sniped Socks will move forward right there.
And yeah, we were hyping up the fact that whichever team advances is going to be going up against Wubs and Snowy. So Perplexity and Sniped Socks. Their fate may look a little bit grim, but that is definitely going to be a set that I would want to see. I hope that is going to be streamed.
Oh yeah. Damn, I'm at a loss, man. Polly, these sets have just been so insane. If they aren't going to Game 5, I mean, they're just exciting to watch. Regardless, I think we got one more left in us before we're done for the day, but oh man, these have just been, they've been so good.
We have one more indeed, and full transparency, I only really recognize one name on the screen really well, and I kind of know 2 names on the screen. Fison, of course. Fison is one of my personal goats. 52 top 8 finishers. This is one of the OGs, not only in the North American community, but in the Brawlhalla community, and he is teaming with Hybrid, which is also a well-esteemed Brawlhalla player at this point. Going up against 2 players which, for me, are wildcards. They they are going up against Wintertime and Levitate. But from what I can tell, Wintertime and Levitate, Levitating, they've had a little bit of a demon eliminations run. They have really worked their way up here.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at what they have right here. They beat Anti-Jedi and Pow, and then 2 tags that are just an amalgamation of letters. So I don't even know how I'm supposed to pronounce that.
So they went down to Glue and Sprite in the game for winners top 32, and since then, I mean, they have been in the eliminations bracket, and they have played, what is that, 5 victories straight? No, sorry, 3 victories straight in the eliminations bracket to get back here.
Yeah, and I mean, I gotta point it out. We're all looking at it on the same screen right here. Look at my man Fison doing the full-time salary off of Brawlhalla competitions right there. 70K in earnings is just so unbelievable. And again, the pedigree of a player like that, right? PR 16, the amount of top 8 finishes and medals that this guy has against just big old goose egg across the board. This guy is a seasoned vet for sure.
Seasoned veteran for sure. And I had a conversation, just to go on a little bit of a side rant before we get in. I had a conversation with one of my friends what the most impressive thing to do in a fighting game is. And I think being relevant in the competitive scene for this long, not easy whatsoever. But Fison to this day remains one of the names that you're afraid of seeing in the bracket. Wintertime and Levitating, they are going to take him and Hybrid on as we are moving into our first game.
And it's the double Macho Man coming into this first game. Love to see it. Axe Lance coming through. What kind of damage can be done early on?
We got a ton of axes, and we got our Zerial. There's one odd one out in this room. Can you tell which one it is?
Great pickup right there.
Oh,
but
what
of
a nair.
course, Wintertime, yeah, able to pick up the pieces, interrupt there.
Super good interrupt, in fact. Now, still playing a little bit from behind as Fison and Hybrid are running away with the lead. A Stomp Seer is going to even out the tides just a little bit, but what is going on? Hybrid is some form of flow state with that axe, able to pick up so many leads, and Fison gets the confirm as well.
Yeah, it was almost a little bit, like, it almost seemed a little bit wrong to go for the Stomp Sarah in that position, right? Because you go for that confirm, it doesn't get the KO, and Hybrid's able to just swoop right on in and pick up first strike right there. Great start for Red. Hybrid's still relatively healthy as well as he falls into a little bit deeper orange.
I think I may be starting to understand the vision of Fison and Hybrid playing together. Now, this is only the first stock, so it might be a little bit hard to play, but the way that Hybrid is able to open up space for Fison to pop off with those gauntlets so far, I mean, just in the first stock, it's been phenomenal. Wintertime and Levitating, they're having a hard time dealing with it.
We're singing the praises of Fison, man, but look at Hybrid. I mean, he was just able to pick up that crazy combo off of the weapon toss into the ground pound unarmed. Really amazing stuff right here. Extend this lead a little bit further. And like you said before, Hybrid has just been the one able to tank onto a lot of these stocks.
His axe is definitely not to mess with. Now, both Wintertime and Levitating have axes of their own, so they are going to try and make an impact. We're going to see 2 Endlights coming out. Hybrid starting to get a lot of knockback from those hits now.
Oh, yeah. Fison looking for an opening to get in right there, but just kind of runs straight into that gravity cancel signature on the side of blue.
Nair comes out. Seer, unfortunately, going to be catching your teammate. Wintertime and Levitating looking... It's looking doable as long as Levitating is able to keep that stock, but Fison is out and he is hunting for it.
Lance doing Lance things right there. Hybrid finding the KO off of the left side there. And that is a huge follow-up from the Macho Man as well, forcing the 2v1. This is a crazy lead for Fison and Hybrid.
This is going to be so difficult for Wintertime. If he's able to get that stock off of Fison and get it to a 1v1, potentially it is possible. First things first, I mean, you're going to need a weapon, or are we going to see a repeat of what we got with Simba? I'm not sure if I'm ready for that.
We might. It looked like that's what Red Team was going for there. Fison kind of just playing defense off the weapon spawn, saying, come and get it if you want it. But now we got Wintertime on that Lance. How much damage can he do? I mean, he's still relatively healthy, but all it takes is one opening to decide it all!
Oh my god, the audacity! The audacity! He saw that ground pound coming from a mile away, but he knew he needs to charge that recovery all the way, or he's not touching the wall, so he couldn't do much more than just watch as Hybrid gets that ground pound.
Look at how they massacred my boy, Polly. That last stock was just textbook. Oh my goodness. It looks like we're going to be running it right back to the same stage as before. But oh my gosh. I mean, you could see how this red team has, you know, come to fruition here. Making some damn moves.
Yeah, and I mean, Wintertime and Levitate, as we were progressing further and further into the game, it feels like they almost had a revelation of like, wait, these guys actually aren't that bad. We can beat them. And they started to play a little bit better, so it's definitely still anyone's set, and they could turn up.
All right, we saw Hybrid get the action started right there. Fison looking for all of it, but not going to get too much after. Patient play to get us started right here, but big damage puts Wintertime in the highest damage across the bunch. Levitating soon to follow as well.
Hybrid with a nice air, tries to get a second one on Levitate. That follow-up would have been super good, but it's unfortunately not going to be connecting. Levitate doing a really good job at working his way around Hybrid, but he can't find that hit, and as soon as he does, Fison gets that punish. That's the recovery, and that is already a lead for Fison and Hybrid.
Yeah, crazy, crazy start. Not even a minute into this game already. As a 2-stock lead for Red. Hybrid, dicing him up right there, right in the center, handing that one off to Fison, not getting too much damage past Yellow.
Alright, Sair comes out. Massive knockback at this point, and this is right where you want your enemies.
Oh, nice little 1-2. Love to see it.
So much knockback with every single hit. As soon as you get Axe Endlight in, you're gonna have a brief moment of opportunity to get that 1v1, and this is especially dangerous because now Hybrid is in a 1v2.
Could this be the momentum that you had brought up before, Polly, right? They're keeping it close. It has not been a complete blowout yet. On the side of Red, Levitating, trying to get into the mix right here, helping out Wintertime. Wintertime's gonna fight off the ledge right there, but Fison all over it.
I mean, I will be the one to jinx it, but as we mentioned, it's getting closer, but I think we can all see which way it is still leaning. Fison and Hybrid playing exceptionally well right now, and I mean, if they're able to get any much more damage up here, Wintertime and Levitate, I'm not sure if Wintertime or Levitate has a 1v2 like that still in the tank.
For sure, let's see. Fison has such a strong read on these dodge patterns. I was about to point it out earlier, but he is in Levitating's head. It is another brutal 2v1. As we said it, I mean, it wasn't looking like a blowout just a minute ago, but it is 4 stocks to 1.
The awareness to have 2 players' dodge patterns in your head while keeping your eye on everything that is happening on the screen. Fison tearing through them right now. Throwing that weapon is going to be up for Hybrid to take it down. He won't be able to, so Fison is there to cover. Double GC side, 60 the third one. He doesn't even need to go back up. I mean, you can't go back up. You have like a wall of side signatures on top of you.
Oh my word. And we'll see it right here. This might be the replay here. There was a quick little combo on the 1v1 that Fison got. And that, I think, was all the data he needed to say, you know, you're going to dodge in this way when I go for this stimulus, this combo once again. And he was able to take it all the way to find that last stock and force the 2v1.
Yeah,
I mean,
it should be here.
Unreal.
Yeah, the GC sideline, man. The GC sideline in so many options as well, catching multiple dodges. If you don't even necessarily need to know exactly how they're dodging. You just need to have like a general idea of how they're dodging, which also, that's easier to keep in mind whenever you're trying to figure out 2 players at the same time. But we have legend swaps. I'm seeing a Queen Deny on the screen, and Levitate swapping over to one of the newest crossovers as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't blame them for going for something different, right? I mean, you're down 2-0 in this set. That last game, I mean, Fison and Hybrid just turned it up significantly. Maybe it's a change that you got to need to throw them off their game just a little bit.
All right. Yeah, and that change. This is definitely a large change. I mean, we got Katars in 2v2 right now.
That's right, that's right. Also want to point out the tankiness of Queen Nai as well. Hopefully, maybe that's part of the rationale of Wintertime being able to hang on, but Wintertime will still be the one to get first strike on.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing that I'm a little bit worried of course, Queen Eye with the low speed, you're going to have some more difficulties on the offstage. We've been praising Fason's ability to take stocks off offstage, but really it's also been Hybrid to take those stocks off. You're going to have a hard time getting back up now.
100%. We'll see. Both players on blue down. Almost a full stock right here. Fison potentially the target of choice as we go into this combo right here. Wintertime trying to get a little action started. Not able to do much after that.
Ooh. I saw that side signature. It would have been devastating, but it gets interrupted by the end light. Now, quick 2v1 onto Hybrid. They get both of the players knocked away. Nice revenge hit coming out from Wintertime, able to get that stock off.
Yeah, that was a little tricky, right? Wintertime kind of jockeying towards the right side ledge to maybe go for Hybrid and then just throw an attack over to the left instead as Fison runs into play defense. Good stuff, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep them in this match right now as both blue players are falling to orange.
Hybrid still yet to lose his stock. Going for the weapon throw, going for the recovery. Did it? Weapon throw still connecting? Jesus, okay. Still, neutral signature comes out, not going to be connecting within one. Recovery will, though, as Hybrid finally goes down to 2 stocks.
Yeah, a little bit overzealous trying to grab the weapon right there. Will be punished pretty significantly, but kind of no harm, no foul with how much damage Hybrid was able to tank in that first stock. Will be the healthiest of the bunch. Wintertime, like I said before, that tanky Queen Nai is not doing him much favors right now as he's the first member to fall the last stock.
Quick team combo onto Levitate as well. Can this be the fastest set that we have seen all day so far in a 3-0 fashion, or are Levitate and Wintertime able to defend home base here? Recovery comes out, and that is both of them super far up.
Yeah, and I think not getting that edge guard onto Hybrid as Levitating was positioning for it is so huge. You have to take advantage of this window you have on Fison. Here comes the combo right now as Hybrid drops in.
Okay, quick team combo comes out, but Hybrid able to sneak in that Seer, and it's a 2v1 now. Wintertime in the deep red. Hybrid looking to close this out.
Quick little 2-piece right there. Tries to get the chase dodge through to close it out on his own Hybrid, but Fison says, I'm going to be the one to end it instead. Deep red hanging on for just a second.
Still has options, able to get back and touch that wall. Super deep red though, and a recovery will be enough to finish the job. Fison and Hybrid, as we just said earlier, the fastest set of all day so far. 3-0 fashion. They are looking so solid. And Hybrid, I mean, again, we were hyping up Fison a lot at the beginning of the set. Hybrid is the unsung hero here. 747 damage and 4 knockouts. That is crazy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I mean, like, I think maybe if there was another game in this set, that swap over to the Queen Nai and the Ahsoka are fine for the most part, right? I mean, we were seeing Wintertime fall pretty early in these stocks, especially on a champ with very powerful defensive stats. But it was just so hard. I think the real difference maker in that last game to make Blue Team unable to at least get one on the board against Fison and Hybrid was in not getting that 2v1 window as Hybrid was respawning right there. If you find the KO on Fison, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, I feel like this this swap here in this last game, it was kind of the trick up their sleeves for Wintertime and Levitating, and it was effective, just not effective enough. I mean, Hybrid and Fison, especially Hybrid, they were already in their zones, man.
100%. I mean, it doesn't change my opinion of how insane these games have been overall, but Wintertime and Levitating, that will be the end of their bracket at the Spring Doubles Championship. Fison and Hybrid still proceeding through right here.
Yeah, and we are going to be able to follow them later in the bracket, but it is not going to be us joining you for those games, as we are getting wrapped up not only for this stream, but for this entire weekend. It has been an absolute pleasure to cast both this tournament and Southeast Asia with you, Walt. Walt, do you have anything to say before we send it over for the other casters? Because I feel like the show must go on. We need to get more games on the stream as fast as possible.
The show must go on. You're absolutely right. I won't keep you for too long. Paul, you're the GOAT, man. I had such a blast with you this whole weekend. So much fun to cast with you. I hope we can do it again soon. But guys, like Polly said, there is a lot more Brawlhalla to watch. The North American bracket is not over yet. You're going to want to keep it locked right over here into Brawlhalla Esports to be able to watch more of it. We'll be right back after a short break.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Spring Doubles 2s. I am Junebug. I am joined by PJ the Puff. We got some great Brawlhalla action for you today. PJ, how are you feeling?
Feeling great, man. I've been watching the stream at home. But the nice part is it's only North America today, so I could really hone in on the one region. Don't have to split my attention between two great regions. It's a great day today. How are you doing today, June?
I'm doing good. It's a little dreary where I'm at, but
okay.
It's not dreary in Brawlhalla. I'll say that.
That's for sure. But yeah, I actually got some rain last night, and then today it's like super sunny. Classic Southern California weather. So hopefully the good weather is a sign of good times here at Spring Doubles Championship. No, rightfully named Spring. We're in the springtime. We're leading up into the Royale and then into CEO. I think we're closing in on less than 60 days till CEO. So if you haven't already, make sure to sign up, start.gg/CEO to get that mid-season to get in for the mid-season action, as well as get some tickets to the Royale. The Royale is going to be open to the public on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're looking to hang out with some of the best in Brawlhalla, no better time and no better place to do it than at this mid-season. It's gonna be a great one. But nonetheless, we're here with some twos. What's up, June?
Yeah, all the action that you've been seeing all year is culminating in this mid-season championship, and you're going to see the best players in the world duke it out. It's just going to be a great spectator-friendly event. Oh yeah, look at those prize pools. Look at those numbers Brawlhalla posts. Those are some good numbers for fighting games and esports.
Shout out production, by the way. I think Sandwick's working production today. We did not tell him we're going to be doing an ad read, but of course he's locked in like we all are on this and getting the beautiful graphic. I mean, June, come on, man. This is what it's all about right here. These awesome prize pools. So shout out to midseason. Shout out to Brawlhalla. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, shout outs to all you guys, tuning in, making this possible with your support. And yeah, but we got a pretty interesting match coming up. I believe we have the bracket real quick. We have Soul and Assassino versus Simba and Lampy. Yeah, looks like pretty big runs from both of these players. We were talking about it earlier, PJ. Definitely not seeded to make it here. We are in the top 32 of brackets, so it's impressive to see these guys being here. But Simba with pretty impressive showing in doubles of recent, and I mean Lampy's no slouch as well. But even to make it to this point, every team is quite strong. So I'm interested to see what they're able to do.
Yeah, with Simba and Lampy, I believe they're seated 90th, and they're here playing for 13th place versus Soul and Assassino, who I believe were seated 60th or around there. So these are two teams that are seated below the top 32 seeds, which means that you're not projected to make it this far in the bracket. They are on monster runs, 6 to 7 set wins apiece. Once again, if you're on the elimination side of the bracket, you need to win twice as many matches as the people in winners side. So these players have really honed their mettle with some of the best here in twos, and it's culminating right now into Soul Assassino versus Simba and Lampy. As we get into game 1 of Lion's Fortress, it should be a good time here. We got the Street Fighter duo versus the classic Bryn Ulgrim. So we got some EU versus Street Fighter. I'm all for it.
Yeah, we also are going to get some double gauntlets versus double axe action. Both different meta-defining weapons in their own way. Gauntlet's just so good for setting up all these types of combos, and then axe just controlling space and getting those early knockouts from on the edge and center stage. Yeah.
It's like they're playing basketball right now, Jim. They're just throwing each other back and forth with these snares. Simba tapping in that edge guard versus Assassino. He didn't need it because his teammate got it. I mean, that was such a clean conversion from Lampy to close out that stock on the Akuma, the Val crossover. That's my first skin, so I'm a big fan. And right now, it's looking pretty strong for the red team, who on the double gauntlets, okay, they're losing the stock, but double gauntlets working out right now.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, commentators first.
Commentators first, classic.
But now it's even. Yeah, if you're the double gauntlets team, you're playing for that like combo potential for those early edge guards, and it looks like, I mean, at least at the beginning of the match that was going all red team, but now blue team with those heavy weapons, the lance and the axe and the spear, those really big hitbox weapons, they're going to be trying to control space, eliminate some of those early edge guard attempts from the red team.
Yeah, exactly, and you're already seeing the soft platform control that the red team's trying to develop with the spear on the Chun-Li crossover, and right now I feel like it's kind of being it's kind of rough right now for Lampy to get involved because of the big weapons. Simba gets isolated, gets KO'd. Now Lampy trying to land and find some safety, but really can't, as the blue team have quite a bit of a lead here if they can convert this KO. That NSIG doesn't find the KO on Assassino, but Grinch right now looking worse for wear for sure.
Yeah, I mean, blue team slowing it down. Finally getting the neutral sig knockout is red team, but yeah, the blue team has just managed to claw this back, and it's looking pretty even, but yeah, Simba in the orange %. This is not good. Oh, charging the signature in center stage. Respect it. All right, big knockout.
Yeah.
Let's see if Lampy can hold on to this stock, because yeah, this is very important. Oh no, early, or I guess that was just a Sair, but not early. He was at knockout %.
It's one of like the fakest leads I feel like in Brawlhalla 2s is when it's a 2 stock and 1 stock, but the 2 stock is really red because it's so quick that you get KO'd and then you leave a 2v1 for your teammate, which it will easily make it a 2v1 situation. And exactly that does happen as Lampy now in a 2v1 situation. Ulgrim on Soul is looking pretty bad in terms of the damage, but Assassino is very healthy. So for the blue team, just have Assassino play point. Soul will cover high with Sigs, and it should be all good. Nice coverage there. Oof, that was clean.
Just understanding where the end light was going to send. Very strong team fundamentals. I was going to point out that Assassino did and we might see it in the replays here. Those early edge guards by red team were definitely very strong. But Assassino was playing very safe in the center of the stage. Simba was sort of hugging the left side of the stage, knowing that they were at red %. Just didn't want to take risk. And then they actually got the hit on Soul, but Assassino was able to whiff punish and actually hit him for hitting Soul.
Yeah, exactly, and those little optimizations, not only in the punish game, but also like the ebb and flow of twos, where it's like sometimes when your teammate needs help, you need to like think in the mind of your teammate that's getting hit, and like you have to think, okay, when is my teammate gonna stop getting hit, and then when can I whiff punish accordingly so that I'm also not hitting my teammate. I'm covering the chase dodges afterwards. I think chase dodging specifically is one of the mechanics that make 2 so interesting in Brawlhalla, and I think we're kind of seeing this here as we have quite of a scuffle in the center of the stage with the big weapons. The Lance and the Axe have been doing quite a good job at creating some space for the 2 right now. Simba on the gauntlets. It feels like gauntlets sometimes struggle when you're in a 1v2 because the opponent is just able to punish you for hitting their teammate. Yeah. And I think that's something that Simba is taking a lot of damage for right now.
I mean, blue team just controlling so much space, but great confirm. Another solid confirm from red team. Just able to clean up those 2 stocks.
It's a battle pass quest, if I'm not mistaken. So Simba, I mean, hey, you know, sometimes the battle pass goes teach you some clean combos because that is exactly what you need to do with that Wushang Sig.
Oh, double KO from assassino. Nice. And
yeah, that Bryn down sig is just like it feels so active, and then it has so much force behind it. I feel like I get hit by it a lot, and I think we've both been seeing it catch people like unsuspectingly all weekend long, June.
Oh yeah, that like giant spinning weapon, that kind of reminds me of like Pit side B from Brawl.
Yeah, it's just like a hitbox, but it's if it didn't drop and it just KO'd you for it.
Yeah, so way better.
way more functional for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the aesthetics are kind of the same too. If you think Bryn has wings. Anyway, getting it to the match. Quite a couple similarities there, but right now the double axe that you were talking about, kind of, I guess foreshadowing, is definitely coming into effect for the blue team. To switch back to the Lance for the Ulgrim, and Simba with a big extension with the side light. That was a good little open up there for the blue team as they lose that stock, and right now I feel like you know, the red team definitely have this game in the bag if they can convert these leads, but it's always so hard versus this team.
Yeah, Simba just scouting out the recovery on Assassino, really wants to get this knockout. But yeah, I mean, we talked about blue team's control of center stage, and now it seems like Simba's getting his way in, and that's going to be really important in general for like a low range weapon such as Gauntlet, trying to find the hole in the wall of hitboxes that blue team is putting out. Oh my god.
Speaking of wall, it was more like floor and ceiling there. I mean, the downers and the nairs just juggling Lampy, who was struggling to find any control. And right now, I feel like, okay, yeah, that side air is going to land and find the KO, and all of a sudden, it's not that great.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
It doesn't mean much. Yeah, that's the most axe thing in the world. You're just like, please don't hit me anymore. I can't take it.
Yeah, 2 axe players just hunting Lampy down. Lampy doing a very smart, just trying to get to the top of the stage, avoiding any sort of risk there. But yeah, now blue team is both in the red percent, and yeah, recoveries are gonna clean it out. Both of red team just spamming their recovery options, knowing that it's gonna get a knockout on Soul. Let's see. Okay, you got us there. Oh, okay, the double.
Find it.
I like that. And the D-Light recovery to close it out. We're looking at a 1-1 here.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, yesterday when me and Walt were commentating South America, there were a lot of 3-0s, a lot of very fast matches, but I feel like North America really brings it for 2s. Like, we get some very evenly matched, you know, PR and Seed Be Forgotten. It's just, like, really, really great players coming in together. And these 2 teams, I feel like, are very evenly matched. It's kind of cool to see, actually. Like, the Chun-Li Akuma, they're very like swarmy, right? They like swarm their opponent. As soon as one hit happens, they're like trying to get in each other's faces. Even as teammates, they're in each other's space so they can cover each other. And then the Bryn and Ulgrim are like, you guys gotta chill. We're gonna put some space. We're gonna get some double axe going. And right now, if the red team can continue to swarm, it might be their set. The blue team needs to create more walls, as you were saying. It's a pretty cool dynamic, I feel like.
Yeah. I feel like that's classic archetype. You have like your rush down versus, you know, the more zoning, walling heavy team, and I mean they both have amazing things they're bringing to the table here. It just seemed like last game Simba was all over the blue team, and look again, just starting off with this amazing string on Soul. Just I feel like Simba's reads and advantage have been quite solid.
Ooh, nice little conversion there. Gets the weapon toss into the Sig that catches the jump. These little optimizations on the Wushang Sigs drops a very untimely drop from Simba. Unfortunately, Lampy wasn't able to alley-oop that into his teammates' hands. Down light into recovery, doesn't KO on the gauntlets. And right now, the swarming playstyle is definitely working as they find a KO. Shark out of recovery. Can you fight it? Assassino not dodging very smartly, gets hit into the weapon toss, so you're not getting KO'd by that side air. And right now, Assassino just cannot survive the juggle. I feel like as soon as Assassino was on the ground, it just immediately got popped up again, and then the recovery came in. Just a rough spot to be right now for the blue team.
Yeah, red team's rush down just being a little too much for them. Let's see if they can get the footing. Both just throwing out hitboxes. Oh, not gonna KO.
Nice dodge.
Is that signature? Just standing center stage. What's gonna happen? All right.
Ooh. Classic Lance Downer hitting you into the wall is going to set up perfectly into that weapon toss. And right now, the blue team going high there. Simba able to get a downer out in time, and Lampy getting KO'd by that landing side air. That became very scary for the red team. Already, I mean, me in slow motion call it temporary stock advantages. It's never a lead in twos. Oh, here we go. What do they got? Okay, nice.
Big damage coming out from red team. Yeah, and also I feel like red team's team combos have been a little more on point. I mean, definitely one of the weaknesses maybe of like the double axe is they're not going to have as like consistent stringy follow-ups, but I mean red team is showing just like how much those combos matter in teams and twos.
Yeah, you definitely want to see Assassino on the spear while Soul is on the axe, so they can get those Brinsigs that are great finishers. Altogether, I really like the red team's approach of like having Brinch kind of play like that second beat where it's like Simba gets the open up, Brinch gets the second hit, and then Simba closes it out with a Sig. And those little like optimizations like that really make some really great team combo actions. Simba going for a reversal on Assassino. I mean, even when off stage, just continuing the pressure.
Yeah, no room to breathe for blue team. Oh, yeah, even there, Lampy just putting on the pressure. That's going to be D-Light Sayer getting the knockout. And Soul's trying to flee here. Big combo.
That was nasty. That was Gauntlet Nair into Pogo into side sing for the red team. What a clean conversion, and actually beating out the recovery. Gauntlet down continues to pick up. Assassino cannot get out of this combo. Finally, the drop comes in as the weapon toss hits his teammate, but Lampy with the Gauntlet combos as well. The red team are playing too hot. It's a 4-1 game. June.
Oh my god, yeah, and Assassino has a mountain to climb here. I don't think it's possible given just how much red team has rushed down Assassino and then just the large advantage.
Nice neutral light there to reset the offstage interaction. Assassino throwing the weapon up to save time, but even the Pogo at that high of damage is going to find the KO as the red team really coming into their own. You can even see like very even damage splits from the red team, very on top of it. And these little optimizations, man, it makes me want to play Wushang in twos, man. It just makes Wushang look so strong.
Oh yeah, and then the Pogo into the GC side sig that you pointed out, super nice. Yeah, Assassino trying to get a hit on Lampy here, but ultimately Simba was able to get a punish for that. That's the problem with like any hit in twos. If you're just hitting the opponent's teammate, like they could just come in and hit you for it. Like,
yeah, it's never as easy as just like getting a hit on an opponent. You'll have to worry about their teammate, especially when the red team are so fast at just closing in the space. It never feels like you're 2v1ing or even 1v1ing.
And now, okay, Ulgrim has been doing some stuff this game.
Yeah.
You are controlling a lot of space with that Lance side air, sort of a burst option, and yeah, I feel like this could be a good sign for blue team. Nice punish with the Lancer there.
Okay, nice pickup from Simba, dropping the weapon toss there, unfortunately, but still Lampy having that control of the gauntlet on the stage. Soul is able to get back, and Assassino picks up the weapon as well. And right now, Simba, the only one unarmed, can't find a weapon, finally does find a spear, and an unfortunate Akuma side sig is going to get punished with that landing side air, and all of a sudden, it becomes a lot more complicated for the red team. Nice pickup there, though.
Yeah.
Evens up the stock count very quickly.
I mean, definitely a win condition for the blue team that we've been seeing a little in this game is, like, when the red team gets their rushdown started, the other member of blue team just sort of goes in with the quick reversal hit. No opportunity to get the long string started, but Simba finding the recovery near the top of the screen. That's going to be an early KO. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, red team with a slight lead here. but that Sig's gonna commentator's curse. Yep.
Dude, it's our first set, June. We have to, you know, we have to evenly distribute to all sets, but it seems like right now we are cursing the red team in particular as another stock comes out. It was a lead for the red team a second ago, and now all of a sudden we got the blue team in the lead.
Yeah, this double axe I feel like hasn't been too strong for them. The Ulgrim on Lance has been doing a lot of work, especially when it comes to breaking up some of those crazy red team combos. Like, that could be happening now. Okay.
Yeah, fortunately for the blue team, Simba had to recover there, or I think Lampy had to recover there, so that created some time for the blue team to get hit by their opponent's recovery and get back to the stage off of it. And a nice pickup from Assassino. You just go for the damage anyway because you're up a stock, and right now Lampy has to play literally perfectly to avoid getting KO'd right now.
Oh,
nice dodge there.
Big Sig, but yeah, Assassino just there.
No dodge?
Oh, this could be it. Oh my god, so much pressure by the blue team on the right side of the stage there.
Somehow, Simba getting the shorter of the interaction, and a Bryn. That's the Assassino spear double KO, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. That's a 0 to KO. That's all true. Couldn't DI didn't kick in yet, and that's going to be it for the game. Oh my goodness, we were talking about the Bryn spear being the combo finisher that you want in that, and that was going to be a clean conversion. We're going to game 5, June. I can't believe we're going to game 5. I thought red team was going to lock this one down.
I mean, they were cooking the last game, but now, I mean, just the combo potential of blue team and the control that they were exhibiting. Yeah, we saw those 2 recovery KOs by Assassino in a row, and then this beautiful stairway to heaven. Let's get a slow motion on this. Let's just appreciate all of it.
Right there, end light. It goes for the down light. I believe you line up. Yeah, Sair, gravity cancel, side light Nair into gravity cancel, end sig on Assassino.
Oh my god.
I call Brawlhalla 2s like those videos where they show like Street Fighter, but you can have 2 characters and you're just seeing somebody getting comboed forever. I feel like that's just what happens in Brawlhalla 2s. But instead of getting comboed forever, you just get KO'd after 0 damage. I mean, it literally opened up at 0 damage and you were gone immediately.
Yeah, 0 to knockout. That's so impressive.
0 to KO. It's so clean.
Yeah, no, I'm interested to see what happens in this game 5. First set, first game 5. We're started off strong, PJ.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of insane, like how each of the games that the 2 teams are winning are very dominant. It's not coming down to like 1v1 clutch situations. It's coming down to like, we are destroying you, and that it's back and forth every single time. It's 1-1-1-1. We're here in game 5, and we'll see who can get started here. Right now, I feel like this combination of Lampy on the gauntlets and Simba on the spear is one that you're looking to see for the red team. Double axe hasn't been working as well for the blue team.
But yeah, I mean, this game so far, double axe just controlling so much space in the center. Ooh. Okay, looking for the knockout there, not getting it.
Nice dodge on the side sig.
Yeah, Assassino almost getting the whip punish there on Lampy. Yeah, both at knockout percents potentially for Neutralite. Simba definitely is.
Okay, goes. Big sword disruption there. The Ensig trying to catch. That's a classic Val setup. You go for the side light into, you know, people try to jump through, and a nice side air into recovery. Not enough to KO, but it really evens up the damage. It really just comes down to who can find that last hit. Down light into recovery does not KO. I cannot believe Soul is still surviving.
I mean, this is a very important first stock. We saw what each of these teams was able to do with a lead, so I feel like I'm calling it. This first stock might decide who wins the game, and it's going to blue team.
Avoiding that, but not avoiding the subsequent end light, and all of a sudden, Simba in a 2v1 situation has to find some comfort on the wall. Again, Soul surviving another recovery post 150 damage, and there it is! That's the spear double KO for Simba. And right now, you have the opportunity to weapon starve. You see that both weapons pop up. It's like they're graduating, and now we're back into a nice weapon starve angle for the red team.
All right, yeah, but Soul able to grab his weapon, and we're back on the double axe. Let's see if it works out again. Not able.
I think Simba recognizes that and switched over to the gauntlets, threw the spear away immediately, saying the spear didn't work out last time versus the double axe. Maybe double gauntlets will.
That's very smart from Simba, and I mean, look at how Simba's trying to hunt some of these dodges. Yeah, I'm so scared if I'm blue team. Oh, but the double and like tried to combo. Oh, Simba Oh, manages to touch him. Oh no, but
Catastrophe.
Simba, unfortunate. I believe he hit his teammate there.
Yeah, Lampy got caught by the ground pound because Assassino got a chase dodge off of his own teammate. He was able to dodge up fast enough, and then his teammate got caught in the crossfire, basically, and all of a sudden that very solid edge guard you had, it's kind of slipped away, but a nice D-light into recovery from Lampy is going to look to even up the game that much closer, but right now Simba literally one touch away, and now the red team on their tournament life, potentially each on one more stock. Ridge fighting Lampy, trying to create some space on the gauntlets, and right now the blue team double axe, man, too strong.
Yeah, we were talking about how it wasn't working at the beginning of the set, but now it just seems like the wall has beaten out the rushdown. Like, wall defeats rushdown in the RPS. You heard it here first. But yeah, Ulgrim back on Lance. Nope, looks like trying to switch to Axe. Yeah, I kind of like. Okay, I was gonna say I would respect a Lance pick here because really any hit that the red team could get, the Lance could get a reversal with Sair, but doesn't need it with that raw sig there.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one good hit, one good conversion away from being the end of the set. You're hitting your teammate there. It's not too bad, but right now, I mean, Simba just can't find any isolation, and that's going to be the blue team moving on in the bracket. Soul Assassino in a Game 5 is able to clutch that one out. Seeded number 60, now guaranteed 9th place, and they have to play into Meg D versus Raidus, who just got 3-0'd by Blue and Sprite. So we are getting a Meg D Raidus set in elimination side potentially if we get to them on the stream, but right now they're moving forward.
Yeah, are you excited for the Meg D Raidus set, or are you kind of sad that your boys are now in the elimination bracket?
You know, I used to say at Smash events, like, I hope to see you on stream. I hope I get to commentate you, because usually I was commentating, you know, top 16s. But now when I'm on the side stream at Brawlhalla, I'm like, I don't want to commentate you. I don't want to see you down here. But nonetheless, that's a good win for Soul Assassino, who, I mean, okay, Assassino, 665 damage dealt. That was insane.
Yeah.
46% accuracy on hit. It's crazy. Soul, 26% accuracy on 99 swings. So only 20 moves hitting, and that's all that mattered. So between the two, 60 moves connected and won the set for them. That's insane.
Yeah, and Assassino doing so much damage on that axe there. I mean, both of them just carrying with axe. And we saw the red team try to get stuff started with gauntlets. Looks like both. Oh, okay. Simba was more on spear that game. But yeah, just shut down by the double axe. Unbreakable wall there from blue team. And you wouldn't think the Assassino with the lowest PR spot, but the highest damage. So that's kind of cool. Just being like, hey, you don't want to sleep on me. You don't want to sleep on me. I got the hands, or in this case, axes.
Yeah, and a great showing from them as they have to kind of mentally prepare themselves for one of the harder teams on the scene right now, as we got Radish McD fighting them for their spot into top 8 through elimination side. But right now we're going to be moving over to our next match, which will be Anime and Dog versus Anonymous, Alex, and Worthy. Anime and Dog should be a very interesting team to see making it this far. Actually, no, they're the 5th seed. So yeah, okay, I was a little bit confused. Anonymous, Alex, and Worthy are also seeded really high. So this is 5th and 6th playing for 7th place.
So Anonymous Alex getting upset by the same team that upset Megdi and Radish, Blue and Sprite. So yeah, they're going on a wild run right now. But I mean, they definitely don't want to be here, but they're going to make the best of it. Anonymous Alex had a really good set that I saw recently. I believe it was with Balloon Boy at the Trial of Scotty. Was able to close it out 3-2. Just showing off the patient Taros play. It was kind of wild seeing him out patient Balloon Boy, just standing on one side of the stage, spacing those D-lights perfectly. So I feel like that will be pretty strong in twos, just having the support Taros hanging out in the back, like ready to whiff punish anything, ready to like just set up a wall for any over aggressive opponents. But yeah, we have Anime on the cannon, which is always one of the most fun weapons for me to watch in twos. Just the combo potential is endless. Yeah,
Anime sporting the the Onyx as per usual. I like to talk about, of course, Grichabu is known as the Lin Fei. I like to call Anime the Onyx. I mean, in any game mode, Anime is going to be sporting this. With Dog, Dog playing the Wushang or the Chun-Li crossover that everyone seems to like more. As we get into game number 1 between Anon Alex and Worthy, who are playing the double Taros. So this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. The blue team, once again, it's the rushdown versus the wall.
Yeah.
A combo here in 2s.
Yeah, and let's see what they're able to get started here. We saw red team all of a sudden just doing well, but I mean, they do have, big KO opportunity, and that's going to be it. Anonymous Alex trying to save, but
bye-bye.
Might get KO'd for this.
Ooh, barely avoiding the pogo. That would have been it for Alex, as it was already single exclamation point. But right now, the sidelight into recovery from Anime. This is the classic, and we were talking about the wall beating the rushdown, but right now the rushdown is definitely beating out the wall.
Yeah, who knows how this set is gonna go? Like game 1, definitely favoring rushdown right now, and Anime just holding onto the stock here. I love the spacing there to try and get the whip punish on the signature. But yeah, both of them standing so far away.
Oh, wow. If they pass each other, if they pass the opponents off to each other cleanly, that would have been an insane situation. But I feel like right now the red team is very smart. I was going to say Anime has been very clever at the way they're approaching to not get hit. Of course, there they swing a little bit too far. A 2v1 happens, and that's your stock gone. All of a sudden, the blue team now with a lead.
Oh my god. Yeah, and Dog unfortunately getting KO'd there. Anime back on the cannon now. Let's see what they can get started. Oh my god, Anonymous Alex just kind of cooking. Oh. Is Dog done? Alright. I mean, Walling's the best in the game. Anime trying
Wait.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's definitely worth it there for Anime, though, because I don't think you're winning this 2v1. You have to get your teammate back to try to make that happen. And, yeah, this is a GG. Man, commentator's curse. I was like, oh, Anime and and Dog, the rushdown's winning. They got this under control. And in a moment's notice, I mean, the blue team isolated the 2v1 situation is something we talk about a lot. It takes quite a while for your sidekick to bring you back to the main platform. And it's exactly what happens there. They were able to isolate the 2v1. And now another 2v1 as the blue team are playing oddly careful. Okay, yeah, because the KO was on the way. And yeah, Anime, even though in the 1v1 situation, wasn't able to capitalize too much, and the blue team should be able to put this one away pretty easily. End light into end sig, not enough to KO, but just kind of a sign of the times. Yeah, that's a
brutal coverage.
There for the blue team.
Yeah. I love that, to try and cover the wall, and then just comboed it into the signature there. But yeah. Looks like Walling's the best right now, PJ.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does seem to be that way, June, at least for our block right now, because we are getting a lot of axe and a lot of hammer that are definitely creating some big problems for these rushdown teams.
Oh, okay. It didn't actually combo there, but it caught the jump. Yeah, going into game 2, let's see how Anime and Dog change it up. Alright, but I mean, Anonymous Alex and Worthy just starting off pretty strong. And I feel like in the last set we saw some interesting dodge attempts to try and get through like the wall of axe down air, axe air, axe end light. But yeah, it just feels like Worthy and Anonymous Alex are just a step ahead. Their patience is kind of unmatched right now.
Okay, nice little end sig there to catch the jump away. And once again, the double axe, the double Taros has been working quite well for the blue team, who have a clean lead right now.
Okay, let's see if Anime's able to get the knockout here. Not able to. And now it's just a few swings from Taros. All of a sudden,
what a read!
Yeah, Anonymous Alex has been on point with the GC Sig reads.
He got to tap it in. It didn't tap in the stock, but it still got some pretty good damage. The blue team right now are playing so on fire. I mean, Dog is just struggling to make it back. Anime isolates the 1v, but doesn't find the KO, and all of a sudden the blue team are back on the stage and looking pretty comfortable. Dog with the side sig there is going to be able to catch an Anime with the recovery, and we're even stocks, but it's Taros.
Yeah,
start KOing.
One small dinky hit can do this for Taros. It's just literally anything.
And light, yeah.
Yep.
And light there. I mean, literally. We're saying literally anything, and we do mean it. We're not
Yeah. Oh my god.
Maybe side light wouldn't KO, but that's basically it.
Yeah. All right, anime kind of hanging on to the stock here would be huge for the. But
Boom.
yeah, what a good dodge from Anonymous Alex just waiting him out.
Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. This is the
No.
worst spot to be. Okay, you get out of it. If that
Yeah.
second recovery hit, that would have been real bad for Dog. But fortunately, only taking some damage and not losing the stock for it, which would have left Anime in a bad spot. Worthy with an untimely N-Sig could put Anonymous Alex in a bad spot and actually cost Worthy's stock.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the red team clawing their way back into this game.
Something I've noticed, PJ, is one of the strengths of Gauntlets, like being able to do those crazy offstage springs, but you got to balance that out versus Teros with the chance of getting reversaled by hammer recovery, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah. Okay, the end light gets disrupted by his own teammate, but I don't know exactly. We need to replay that.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was. Well, how did he get KO'd?
Okay, yeah, they both got knocked out very quickly in succession, and I feel like I was trying to bounce between both, and then I ended up missing both.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, okay, so this was the down air. We were talking about anything with KO. I think, yeah, Anonymous Alex dodges through the side light. This was no... Okay, so is this it? D-light? Okay, side air whiffs, gets hit by unarmed recovery. He jumped down
airs.
And then the Sig misses for Dog, and then Anonymous Alex N6. Yeah, I was like, how did they both get KO?
Okay, yeah. Look at the signature accuracy coming out from Alex. I was like, every time I've seen Anonymous Alex Sig, it looks like he's hit, and I was right. 100% success rate. Usually with those N Sigs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Shout out to production, by the way, for giving us that. I was real lost too, June, because I kept looking back and forth, and I missed both like you did. I was like, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, shout out Sedwick. That was great. And blue team with a quick 2-0 lead. It's looking like it's going to be our first 3-0 of the day, PJ.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be quite a hill to climb for the red team, but never count out the Wushang Spear, because all of a sudden, Dog just needs to come online, and that's an easy double KO. Gets the ground pound on the Spear, switches over to the Gauntlets, gets the down Sig, and it's all it takes.
All right, yeah, now red team with one of their first big leads of the set. And now we see the double gauntlets popping off.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I think he could have side sig there, and that would have been a KO, but I mean, you'll happily take the damage on Worthy.
Oh, yeah. Worthy close to knockout percent now. Anonymous Alex just kind of looking for the N-Sig on Anime, but unable to get it. Worthy coming in, though.
Okay, able to avoid all of that messy hammer play, and the weapon toss up gives Worthy some time to get some unarmed damage in, but right now Anonymous Alex in a tough 2v1 gets comboed into the end-light, into side sig, and all of a sudden, you're on your last stock as Anonymous Alex, which I think this might be the first time Anonymous Alex has been on their last stock.
Oh my god, that's actually wild. I tried to get a read.
It's either first or second time, but right now, I mean, the blue team has had such a big lead. This is definitely out of character for them.
Yeah, I'm also never going to try and make a prediction again, because I said this is going to be a 3-0, and...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking like it's not Waller's World anymore. It's Rushdown. It's all Rushdown, baby. Oh my god.
Yeah, the double axe. We like to talk about it. It definitely has some usage, but right now maybe not finding the usage you want. Nice bait there, switches over targets to Anonymous Alex, and Worthy finding the KO on Dog, and all of a sudden, Anime, if you can't recover here, it's even stock situation. Oh, you give time for a 2v1. This is really bad. So much damage swing. Dog getting hit quite a bit, but didn't find a KO off of it. I think they tried to cut the combo off early. Worthy can't pick up his own weapon. And now the blue team both unarmed, but Anime has been struggling on the gauntlets. Switches over to Cannon downlight into Nair, and he should be getting into a game 4 situation on the back of Anime's Cannon, and no 3-0 for us. For them.
Yeah, I mean, I like the switch to Cannon towards the end there, just knowing that, like, those confirms versus Teros could play a big role, because Teros just so tanky, can take so much damage. Just having that, like, a clean confirm into the knockout, that definitely did Anime some good there. Yeah, D-Light Nair, and I wonder what's gonna happen. What fun is D-Light Nair?
The classic cannon play from Anime, what makes Anime so solid. As we get back onto Demon Island, so no counter pick of the locale, just maybe an attitude switch for the blue team as they try to make something happen here. It did get closer towards the end, but I feel like maybe you don't go back to the stage you just got beat in, but what do I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's Brawlhalla players love their Demon Island, and it always shows with the stage picks of these big tournaments. I mean, I feel like the anime canon has been working out great so far.
Nice little pickups there. Avoid dodges through the down air from Worthy, and anime able to get out on top with that cannon ground pound, and the red team again quickly striking with the first stock.
Yeah, this is super important here, and
ouch.
And Worthy and Anonymous Alex trying to.
Ouch.
Oh, the double.
Look at all the weapon tosses. They got 3 hammers at them. What the heck? Anime didn't make it back.
Anime was so afraid he could not make it back. Just entire vectors covered by those item tosses there.
Gotta hit a crazy angle to make this one back because they've got 3 hammers flying at you.
And Anonymous Alex being the stock tank per usual. Yeah, this is gonna be huge if you're gonna stay on that stock more. No. Big damage. And
Onyx in the middle, no. Oh no, Worthy finds his own teammate there. So unfortunate.
Yeah, but Anonymous Alex able to get the KO on Dog with the neutral sig. That's, I mean, of course you don't want that trade to happen, but it is a pretty good situation.
Yeah, Dog on their last stock potentially of the tournament. This is to make it into top 8 through the elimination side, so this is where it all comes down to. No matter how long of a run you made it, if you want to make it, you got to make it happen right here. And the red team definitely stuck in between the 2 axes. Dog avoiding that, and yeah, right now it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Dog playing pretty safe. Let's see how they avoid this 2v1. Uh-oh. Oh, big damage coming out on Dog. But, okay, a potential reversal. Oh, just the signature. Oh, Dog's done. Dog's done for. And this is looking just like a cleanup for blue team. I mean, would be an incredible. Oh my god, blue team has 4 stocks too. Yeah, this is unwinnable for anime. You have to take 3 tarot stocks. I mean, maybe you get a stock on Anonymous Alex, but then 2 fresh ones. It's gonna be so hard.
It would not only be like an insane comeback, but it'd be a generational throw.
Yeah,
to lose this one.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
I mean, anime.
And
anime is really good, and Cannon's going to make the recovery quite easy there. But I mean, you're already at red. Basically, any end light from both of these weapons will KO the Cannon. Or sorry, the recovery staying down. The gravity cancel breakdance. You can always find time to dance, especially when it's a tap in your set win. Moving forward in the bracket, that's going to be Anonymous Alex. 3-1 over Anime and Dog to make top 8 here at Spring Doubles Championship. Congratulations to them.
Anonymous Alex and Worthy just playing so well towards the end there. We saw a return to form of the games that they were winning. Anonymous Alex tanking, getting a lot of successful neutral sigs. And Worthy was also there playing the support pretty well. And then getting the final knockout there is Worthy with the breakdance. Extremely well played. I had the double X, I think, is just too strong today, PJ. I don't think a single person can beat it. They're gonna win the tournament. You heard it here first.
Yeah. the double axe, the wall, the floor, the ceiling, the everything. Just the pillars that Axe does create. And yeah, I mean, you know what, June, you called in the first set of the block, and already it's showing here. That's a combined 800 damage just on Axe. For the blue team. You can't let that happen. I mean, that's just so rough.
Yeah, and the gauntlet's just not working out at all for Anime and Dog. I mean, they could not get in at all.
70 damage on gauntlets.
Yeah, total between both players.
Yeah.
Oh,
the blue team had more damage on unarmed.
Oh my god.
They might have had more damage on weapon throws. I mean, like, it was just like not exactly what you want to see for the red team, who fall to the double axe, which has found a lot of prevalence here in NA, but nonetheless. That's a clean little tournament or a clean top 8 appearance for Anonymous Alex and Worthy as they move forward to fight. I believe they're playing Guichibu and Truck Stop as the first round of top 8, so they have a great run ahead of them. Still, they're gonna keep trying to move on forward, and we are gonna move on forward in the tournament. But before we do, we're gonna go to a short break, and then we'll be right back with some more Spring Doubles Championship top 8 qualifiers. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to Spring Doubles Championship North America. I'm PJ the Puff. I'm joined by Junebug, and we got some more top 8 qualifier matches here in the elimination side of the bracket. June, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. You're probably feeling better in that you get to watch some of your favorite players play, because right now we are getting one team that we've already seen before in Solo Assassino, but we are getting another team that PJ loves in Radish and Meg D. So Radish and Meg D, as we said earlier, getting upset by Glue and Sprite. So Glue and Sprite are in the top 8 winners side, and Meg D and Radish are fighting for their lives here in the elimination side.
Yeah, so some context here. Meg D and Radish, seed 3 of the tournament.
Yeah.
Every, actions have consequences, and the consequences of the Glue and Sprite generational run is Anonymous Alex and Worthy qualifying through elimination side of top 8, and now Meg D and Radish looking to do the same. So Glue and Sprite, if one big upset, one big run happens, one run gets stifled. So we'll see if Meg D and Radish can move forward here into top 8. Meg D and Radish, seed number 3 of the tournament. Sol Assassino, seed 65th. So these are two teams that are coming at completely different sides of the seeding bracket. But this is what happens when you have a team making a generational run. We got Meg D Radish versus Sol Assassino.
And the earnings just tell that story, PJ. Just look at the difference. That's a margin of, I believe Radish and Meg D combined have 100,000, which is like almost 100 times Sol and Assassino's.
What Sol has made.
Yeah. Total winnings. And yeah, maybe this is the time that Sol and Assassino hope to add to those numbers, but it's looking like the Cinderella run could be ended here by the 3rd seed, Radish and Meg D, as we get into game 1.
As Meg D calls them, Team Conquerors, Radish and Meg D playing the Gauntlets and Spear on Wushang, or the Chun-Li crossover. Radish on the very tried and true Red Raptor is going to create another wall versus Rushdown, at least I think. And already the wall is winning.
Yeah, and
Radish.
I think potentially a good thing for the red team going into this. 1, they're the higher seeded team, more experienced players, and 2, they have a lot of experience with the walling style. They're very comfortable doing that themselves, so I feel like they might have answers to Assassino and Sol doing it versus them. But right now, Assassino and Sol just kind of giving it to them.
Yeah, I mean, this is, blue team is friends of the wall, and red team made the wall. So it's like kind of if the red team could break through their own strategy, and right now I feel like they're really struggling to get through a very defensive playstyle from the blue team, who continues to just create so much very comfortable space versus Radish and Meg D, who have been struggling to get literally any activation. It feels as if it's just straight hits for the red team. Nice side air from Radish to create some pressure, and this is where you want to be, the 2v1 situation offstage. Radish taps in his. Meg D could not say the same, but Radish immediately picks up in that 1v1 versus Assassino to find the double KO. This team, as much as they play a passive playstyle in ones, I think Meg D and Radish are very aggressive, very fast players in twos. And you're going to see that from Radish a lot, who's going to be, jumping back and forth as quick as possible. Yeah,
I mean, they have good weapons for it with the boots and the orb on Radish, and also the gauntlets spear on Meg D. Meg D and Radish hopefully gonna be able to tell blue team that you merely adopted the dark. We were born in it.
Yeah. But no, that's very much so true. They definitely. I don't know if they were born in the play style of the walling, but I think they might have birthed it. Like,
yeah,
they are definitely some of the people that are at the forefront of that metagame switch here in North America, and right now. They're slowly making this comeback happen, but I think, Sol and Assassino right now are playing so insanely well together. It's just constant pressure, and a nice reversal there for Radish to make this a little bit closer of a game. Meg D landing and getting some gauntlets, but I honestly think we need to see a Meg D switch here. I feel like the Wushang Spear hasn't found as much success as you're looking for.
Yeah, Meg D just not being able to find his way in versus this double wall, and yeah, Sol Assassino tanking so hard right now. I mean, that could be the difference maker this game. Going back to center stage every single time they get that straight hit. Both sharking Meg D. Let's see if Radish is able to get the chase dodge recovery. Not able to, and assassino almost gets the reversal with his own recovery.
Very smart from Radish there, not burning any resources, but unfortunately it's just too little too late as the blue team now have a 2v1 on MegD. I mean, you know, nothing is impossible, but this is impossible. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, you get hit by an end light, you get KO'd. That's going to be a clean conversion and a clean way to close that one out for the blue team.
Oh my god. I mean, this would be the upset of the tournament if this happens. I had the 3rd seed out to the 60th seed.
65th seed.
65th seed. They're not even in the top 64. And this.
No, they're not.
Oh my god. This is wild. PJ, how you feeling about this?
It's, you know, I try to be as
Of course.
you know, unbiased as possible as a caster. But I will say, like, MegD is my favorite player, and Radish is one of my favorites as well, being an Orb Legend main myself. So,
and hey,
seeing them... Oh, I was right about the switch.
Yeah. I was about to say, you were right. Looks like you called it out. MegD switching to the Onyx. Maybe trying to get stuff started with Cannon here.
Yeah, I feel like the Spear wasn't doing anything. So a switch of big weapon makes sense to me. And I think Radish is doing Radish things, you know, isolating the 1Vs, getting very, very solid open ups, whether on the boots or the orb. And I feel like the one thing that MegD was struggling on was just getting the space for Radish to start cooking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, MegD doing a good job. Oh no!
Oh,
wow.
Bye-bye, Radish again. Always losing the first stock here. And okay, pulls the trigger a little bit too early, has to end up going for the recovery instead. MegD tries to reversal with the ground pound, didn't find it. And all of a sudden, the blue team have quite a sizable lead. I mean, both of them are sub 100 damage and already up a stock.
Yeah, oh my god. Just so much control. Radish going for a ground pound KO. Ultimately not finding it. But, oh, tried to read a dodge there. And, I mean, the 1v1s aren't going for as well for red team as I would think. Like, they managed to separate blue team a lot of that stock, managing to get the knockouts there, but, yeah, the blue team's just able to hold their own versus players of Radish's and MegD's caliber. It's super impressive.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? Where it's like the strength of MegD and Radish, I think, are having like control of a lot of the stage most of the time in ones. But even in twos, like you're playing a much more restricted game, even in just the 1v1s. And I think that restricted game is definitely favoring the blue team right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice open up there on the battle boots, and Radish gets some nice damage to continue to try to extend this lead. MegD losing the stock there. Radish, you need to hold on to your stock here. You get disarmed, that's no problem if you can make it back. And they doesn't do it healthily though, that end light. Not enough to KO, but still a bad spot.
Yeah, big damage on Radish. Just kind of hugging the edge of the stage there. Are we going to see the KO on him soon? But, I mean, MegD's kind of taking a lot of damage in the meantime. And then as soon as Radish tries to come in to save his teammate, gets delighted by the X. Classic.
Nice little scoop up there from MegD, but immediately gets swatted away by that axe down. Like these combo openers that end up popping up your opponent get reversaled so hard by axe delight. It's almost like you see people stop going for side light on Gauntlet because of that. They go for like side air instead.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of like hit into immediate dodge yesterday, just expecting the reversal to come in from a teammate. And I wonder if we're going to start seeing that from MegD and Radish as they continue to get reversaled by these axe hitboxes. Assassino playing super well against the 2v1.
Yeah, very elusive. Cannot find anything to stick the red team. Radish gets reversal by that side air.
I can't believe this is happening. Oh my god.
This is real. This is 62 seeds. This is 62 seeds. That's 128 or 124 people seated apart from each other. Like, this is a team that is coming in with just nothing going for them, no seeding, nothing. They've crawled all the way here through elimination side to get into the top 8 qualifier, and right now they are one game away from eliminating the 3 seed, MegD and Radish. Everybody predicted MegD and Radish to do well. Everybody thought they were the team that could make top 3 and create some semblance of normalcy in North America twos. But right now, Assassino and Soul are looking to beat them. I don't know what the red team does differently. They are just getting
they're just getting cooked. I mean, the wall of blue team, we've talked about it throughout this block. It's just so hard for them to break through. And You know, I would think that Megdi and Radish kind of know what the win conditions are for Soul and Assassino are, but they're just executing it so well. They're just outplaying them, you know, and it's hard. I don't know. And it looks like Megdi's staying on the Onyx. I feel like it was doing about the same as the Wukong, but let's see if this ends up working out in this game 3.
See, the thing is, right, as much as I hype up this blue team and what a big generational run this would be if they can make this happen, this is 2 super professionals. These are people that have been, you know, have reversed 3-0'd in ones, have made deep runs in 2s. Like, they have been here before, and they definitely can make it happen. It's just a matter if they can find it within themselves to make this comeback happen. But right now, they're getting split up by Assassino and Soul. They're getting beat down. You got to make something happen here. You got to kind of mix something up, because if it continues this way, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, and Soul and Assassino already having red team and the red percent. Soul looking for anything. Looks like
Radish. Okay.
Oh yeah. I like the attempt from Soul there, just chasing down Radish. Looked like he was looking for reversals there. Ends up getting the reversal on Megdi there, and now
it's even.
Yeah, it is even. But I'm way more afraid. Oh no, I'm way more afraid for the red team. Anything from the X is going to KO. X air, X down air. What's gonna happen? Oh no. Okay, if I'm Radish, I feel pretty good about that reversal, but Assassino's stock, it's been a tale for this set, just his ability to stock tank. Yeah, alright. Oh my god, and
yeah,
Soul,
right?
Soul doing well.
Yeah, versus Megdi's cannon specifically, finding a lot of control. Can't even side air when Soul's just playing that disruption game on the lands. Radish chasing high, gets the recovery high with the Red Raptor Orb. One of the best recoveries in the game at not only getting back to the main platform, but also finding those KOs off the top. Even the exhausted version has a lot of force.
Yeah, that is a big early KO for the red team.
Okay.
And now they're technically...
They have a lead!
They're technically in the lead, yeah.
It's not over.
It's not over.
Can't count them out yet. I mean, the blue team. I was counting out the red team. I think we all were, and I think maybe the blue team doing the same in their head. But you can't find yourself making a mistake like that versus this team, because all they need is this. You know, you give an inch, they take a mile for sure.
And they have endless discipline, as we've seen time and time again. So Soul and Assassino need to stick to their game plan, not get nervous. That they're about to 3-0 the 3 seed. Oh my god, so much damage coming out on Assassino. Now it seems like red team has all the control here. We're seeing just like the center stage.
Radish is playing point, dude.
Yeah.
Like the aggression, he's just like, I'll handle this, you know, like, oh, what a conversion. You see, the thing is, right, it's like Radish is just hitting a bunch of buttons and getting all the action, but in a moment, MXD can get involved with an Onyx side stick, and all of a sudden, you got a 4-1 lead. MXD and Radish are so back.
Oh my god.
I counted them out. I thought it was over here, but right now, a nice team combo here should be the end of the game into this N-sig. Okay, so that's some pretty decent damage, not enough to KO, but I'm sure the next one will find a KO. A nice open up downlight into the uppercut there. It's not enough to KO, but still some pretty good damage. Or it is enough to KO. It evens up a little bit more, but it's just not enough, I feel like.
And something you pointed out, PJ, is the strength of Radish and Megdi in those team combos. We haven't been seeing too many of them this set, honestly. And now that we saw a glimpse of that in Game 3, it's looking like it could be a sign of life for red team. In the stray hit game, they're not going to beat weapons like Axe. They're not going to beat weapons like Lance. But in the rushdown and combo-oriented game, they could do a really good showing. That was the sick combo. And yeah, it's not looking over for Radish and Megdi fans, and for all of you predicting.
Yeah, and I think right now, you know, you're bringing that energy into this next game as Megdi and Radish are trying to create that snowball, create that momentum. But I feel like the blue team, they were like, man, we were rolling the first 2 games. I feel like we just got to go back to that walling playstyle. Don't get caught in the red team's game. I think something that was like a big deciding factor. Okay, already smart. Megdi and Radish both staying for the first weapon spawn, because what I was going to say was Radish was getting isolated early, even with a weapon or without, and it was causing them to be down a stock within 30 seconds of the first game. So already they're playing a lot more careful. They're like, okay, they're trying to find that early KO on one of us, but if we can play together, we'll win the game. And I think that's a very smart strategy from the red team.
Yeah, but the blue team double axe just racking up so much damage. Megdi already in the red percent. 100%. One axe and like could KO. Soul just fishing for these signatures right now.
Oh.
All right, let's see what. Okay, try and look for some axe play. Yeah, both of them actually looking for signatures. I want to see them go back to just kind of the safe play that was winning them the games before. Yeah, Sayers, your end lights. Like, no need to take a huge risk here.
Nice avoidance so far
Oh
from
my
Meg D.
god, yeah, both of them.
Of course, as I say that, they both got caught.
Yep, yep.
No.
Oh my god, nice steal there from Meg D. Okay, Radish looking for a big play. Assassino.
Looking for a weapon here, man.
Yeah, oh my god.
Okay, finally does find some battle boots. The axe and battle boots. Nice in there from Meg D to start a juggle. Potentially the down light gets interrupted by the Bryn down light, and all of a sudden, whatever semblance of control you had as a red team. Okay, this is a good spot to be in. Radish finds their juggle, which does find the KO, and Meg D, just doesn't take too much extra damage. The Olgrim has so much life in them right now. Soul is holding onto the stock.
Also, Soul playing really aggressive for somebody who was at red percent, losing the stock there. But like Meg D and Radish were both there with the potential to do 2v1 combo, and Soul was just like going in with Sayers, like spacing end lights. Like normally people play super defensive in that situation. I respect it.
Yeah, sometimes the best defense is a good offense, especially in the 2v1s. When you have big weapons, like, I'll just throw out a bunch of hits, and whether I get hit or I hit them, it's going to make it difficult for them to, like, really lock me down with an edge guard or a 2v1 combo.
Yeah, and just as we thought we saw a glimmer of life from the red team, the wall of axes is shutting it down. Not getting the confirm there. Another reversal with the axe. Is Assassino going to get something?
Oh, a good avoidance from Soul, knowing he has a diagonal recovery, can avoid that gravity cancel down. Sid Radish looks to line one up again, potentially. Meg D doesn't find the side air or the ground pound. Assassino is able to make it back. Soul disarms Radish, and Meg D in a 2v1 combo gets hit with some big damage. Radish unarmed avoids the side sig, and right now Meg D picks up a side sig of his own to make this game one step closer to potentially a game 5. But right now the blue team has Radish on his last bit of life. Meg D about 100 damage on him already. So right now, you just got to tap in this KO on Radish, simplify to that 2v1 and win the set. Make the upset happen. Make the dream run. Radish gets the recovery there, doesn't KO. On the Ogrim, finds another high recovery in Assassino. Meg D doesn't capitalize on the juggle, and all of a sudden, the blue team continue to find this control. The red team have opportunities to find KOs. They aren't getting them. It makes it that much harder to get back in this.
Oh my god, yeah. One hit could spell the end for red team here. And that's the Sayer.
No, this is it, man.
It's over. Oh, okay.
Radish gets a ground pound there. Goes for the side step back on stage. Connects on Assassino. Gets the recovery. But Assassino capitalizes. And seed number 65 makes it into top 8 elimination side, beating Radish and Meg D. Every action has a consequence. The consequence of Glue and Sprite's big run is Meg D Radish out at 9th place.
It is Walling Wednesday. I mean, it is Sunday, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to say it's Walling Wednesday because the double axe, the lance, the spear coming out on top over some of the best in the game in Meg D and Radish. Soul and Assassino got to feel pretty good about that. They're going to add some earnings to their previously very empty kit.
Yeah, so, I mean, altogether, 739 damage dealt by Soul. 105 buttons pressed, 105 normals, 35% accuracy. So that's what, about 30 connections, but still. Imagine throwing out 105 moves in anything. That is just a ridiculous amount of hitboxes and coverage from Soul, who really took over that game. They did 1,000 damage in that game combined. Meg D and Radish barely broke the 700, and as much accuracy as they may have had on Meg D, especially with the SIGs, it just was not enough when Ogrim is allowed to hit that many buttons. That's a low dex lance with 617 damage on the axe, almost 1,000 damage on just the axes alone from both players. What an insane stat line.
Yeah, and I mean, Meg D and Radish just getting walled out, not even hitting the 200% for any of their weapons. Yeah, it just looked so difficult for them, and they weren't really getting those team combos besides game 3, which we did comment on, but yeah, it was just a little too late. And Soul Assassino with the wildest upset that I think I've ever commentated.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like this one, 65th to 3rd seed, is one of the biggest upsets, like you said, we've ever seen. Because, I mean, Glue and Sprite, you know, they were 11th seed. So 11th beating the 3 seed, it's definitely not unheard of. But 65th seed beating the 3rd seed, that's a pretty big difference in seeding. But nonetheless, congratulations to the people that we have locked in for top 8 already through the elimination side. Anonymous, Alex, and Worthy, Guichibu, Truck Stop, So Assassino. And finally, in our last match of our block and of this stream, we got Bunny and Halo Prince versus Fison and Hybrid.
Yeah, we're going to get some stats on that matchup just in a second here. But yeah, Fison and Hybrid, let's see who they were knocked out by in the winners bracket. Looks like they lost to Guichibu and Truck Stop 3-0. So very experienced team. And Bunny and Halo Prince ended up dropping to Java and Fakey.
Yeah, it should be. I think this is going to be one of those very, very close matchups. Fison Hybrid seed number 8 of the tournament. Bunny seeded number 23rd. So Bunny's team on a deep run as well with Halo Prince. Bunny, you know, has been on the up and up again, a community tournament grinder. She's very impressive on the rim. And Halo Prince on the Nyx, a legend we don't see quite often. The Blasters, a weapon that, you know, maybe isn't in the best of graces with the Brawlhalla metagame right now, but definitely can find some usage. We've seen a lot of Blasters in 2s, of course, even though Boomy doesn't play anymore. You know, the spirit of Boomy lives on for sure.
Yeah, shout outs to Sparky. Every time I see a Blasters on screen, I think about him. And
they're so bad.
They're
Sound like doesn't work. Air doesn't work. Recovery doesn't work.
Wow, this character has a lot of moves that don't work.
Yeah, it's kind of like anyway. That's Sparky for that, and I will note Halo Prince lost his stock on the Blaster, so maybe there's some truth to that. But nonetheless, on the spear now, Bunny holding onto the stock.
Yeah, as Sparky would say, this proves that Blasters are unviable trash. But we're at the beginning of game 1, so no conclusions to be drawn as of yet. Let's see what happens here. Oh my God, they're playing crazy off the stage here.
Nice end sig there from Halo Prince, the classic Nyx to find that KO. Bunny able to capitalize on that downer to go low, and all of a sudden, the blue team have slight lead. Hybrid getting the side air there is going to be able to even up the damage, and nice little open up here. Nair into the downlight, goes for the side sig, catches Halo Prince. That's some big damage. Zario 6 don't have like tremendous force like other legends do, but it's still a great way to tap in and like close out those combos for some nice damage.
Yeah.
Okay, Halo Prince, we see you.
Oh my God.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. Triple ground pound. Okay, Hybrid is able to kind of reversal that situation, get Fison out of that, but that was real bad for a second.
Yeah, the Halo Prince trying to get the Scythe combo video started there with all those hits in a row. But yeah, red team doing a really good job, but it's close to even. And let's see if there's a confirm here. No, missing the recovery on Bunny. All right. Now Hybrid looking for something, not getting the correct read on the jump and dodge. Oh, nice Seer reversal by Fison. Bunny gonna be able to make it back though. And Bunny's
what a ground.
Yeah, Bunny's offstage play has been immaculate this game. Still just putting on the pressure in Hybrid, even though they missed that down air. Okay.
Okay, there's the side sig to scoop all the way, and all of a sudden, I keep saying all of a sudden, but seriously, like one move and we're back to an even stock situation. They can make this happen right now.
Yeah. And with weapons like Scythe and Gauntlets, I'm never feeling safe. Just one long extended string, that could be it. Okay. But
almost started something there, yeah.
Yeah, Hybrid saying, I don't give a crap about your combos. Hold this lance there.
Okay, here we go. Here's the combo. Okay, picked up the Scythe and Light, try to get a little bit more of an extension. Bunny going off stage. Gravity cancel sidelight back to the stage to avoid Hybrid's reversal attempt. And I feel like Lance is okay, here we go. Some Blasters Gauntlets, a classic.
Yeah, I mean, I like that comp. Oh, almost getting the hit there. Weapon starved. Let's see if Hybrid is able to make it back against the Bunny defense. Just been so solid. Uh-oh. Try to get the chase dodge. Oh!
Okay. Okay, one of them had to go straight down with that one, and okay, here we go. And barely avoiding or barely holding onto the stock there. That was some crazy, crazy defense.
The double throw comboing into each other.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
Wait.
It's so difficult now. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, Halo Prince finds it. I was gonna say that is a terrible way to lose your stock if you're Bunny, but fortunately Halo Prince with the confidence to tap that one in just had to get that downer to scoop the wall, get the weapon toss after.
Oh my god.
That got real scary though.
Yeah, here's all the ground pounds. Shoutouts to production for showing us this again, giving us the slowdown. Oh, nice. And then Hybrid says, okay, you gotta stop edge guarding my teammate. I need him.
Yeah. It's funny because I feel like sometimes in Brawlhalla the best thing to do is just to get hit by like the scythe ground pound there, because I feel like the ground pound, it just kind of like you get hit by it, and then you get back to the wall and you get hit by it, and it's like, okay, eventually my teammate will come. If I jump away and try to avoid the ground pound, that's when scythe gets like an up air or an air, and then you just, or sorry, oh, I said up air, whoopsies, a nair or a down air, and get some like really big string. Good thing Sparky wasn't here to listen.
Yeah, no.
But
Smash commentator. Boo.
Yeah, ooh. So once a stream, it's
no. But yeah, just as you mentioned, PJ, I feel like I'm way more scared of getting hit by the scythe down air and like getting bounced off the stage than I am getting hit by scythe ground pound. It's just,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Very, very scary to know what way you're gonna get sent. Halo Prince and Bunny though, starting off strong.
Oh, okay. Taps that one in with the side air. Bunny in a great spot right now. Same thing with Halo Prince. Gets the little bit of a blasters open up on that downer. Didn't get much off of it, but still not bad.
Okay. And Halo Prince trying to get some
Halo Prince is cooking with the blasters right now. Yeah.
Sparky, where you at?
Yeah, I know. No, I feel like blasters are actually just straight up pretty good. And double cross used to be hyper meta.
Yeah.
Now we don't see a lot of blasters, but you know, not a bad pick, I don't think.
I definitely like how long you're just in hit stun if you get hit by a blaster move, and that seems very strong for twos, where it's just like, oh, okay, I have to wait for my teammate to hit the move, and then I go in, and like blasters just make it super easy to say, or like, okay, now it's time to go in.
And to give some credit to the blaster players, like the hitboxes aren't that massive, so you're not like worried about your own teammate hitting you. It's like, okay, they got that person. It's just an easy alley-oop. Okay, Halo Prince tried to find that extension there on the dodge and didn't find it. Fison getting the recovery there, and the reversal situation. All right, what's the twos combo? Side light into side sig, or side air into side sig. Not enough to KO, but that looks like that was.
Oh my god.
Bunny's ground pound surely. But oh wow, great dodge up from Fison. Hybrid continuing to scuffle off stage. It's crazy that he continued even versus Bunny's gauntlets and picks up an axe immediately. N6 immediately closes out of stock. The Ogrim classic.
Yeah, it's just dodged out N6, just getting out of the Bunny pressure there. Bunny's just been putting so much pressure off the stage. And the Hybrid's gonna try to land here, but meanwhile, on the other side, Fason's getting edge guarded. Any hit should just do it for Fison. Oh no, Hybrid! Hybrid accidentally hitting Fison there.
Bunny's like, you know what? You can have fun off stage. You have an extra stock to work with. I'll just sit here and like look pretty until you get back. Yeah, Bunny doing exactly that, finding the stock, trading it out, getting the end light there. And again, it's like, I am higher damage than you. You want to go off? Be my guest. I'll just hold the stage with the max.
Yeah, and oh my god, ground pound.
Oh, no ground pound, just holding on. Bunny's like, ah,
yeah.
Okay, finally gets disarmed there. I'm not really looking to get involved.
The Halo player just like throwing the weapon, going back to stage, just getting to have his fun, getting to have his cake and eat it too. But yeah,
Bunny's like, all right, I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bunny's like, you have your fun. I'll be over here.
Yeah, because Halo was like, okay, let me cook, let me get my clip, and then Bunny's like, no,
no
more.
I've been letting you cook for way too long. It's my turn in the kitchen.
There's been no output in the kitchen. We need to get some dishes out, and Bunny does find it there with the sidelight recovery as they go up 2-0 in the set.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, look at the Halo defense there into the Bunny, just going, okay. Now you've taken too much of a risk. Quick 2-0. From Bunny and Halo Prince. They're looking to close it out 3-0. Have we gotten a 3-0 yet, PJ? I feel like we have.
No, we got that game 4 in one of the previous matches.
Yeah.
The only game 3 that's happened in elimination side are 2 matches we didn't commentate. Oh no, the one match in top 8 qualifiers was Wubs and Snowy versus HB Top. We didn't catch that one on stream, so we are getting maybe potentially our first 3-0. Every time we say it's 3-0, somehow the red team makes a big comeback, but they look pretty solid right now too. Hopefully get Halo Prince's first top 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow, yeah, that would be huge for them.
Ooh,
Oh my
what a combo!
god, yeah, and this switch not working out for Fison. Oh my god.
I don't even know Fison switching. I think they were just unarmed. The Halo Prince with another recovery to close out his stock. Halo Prince is cooking right now. Yeah. Okay, Bunny, can you find that? Extension. Halo Prince is still going. He's on the stage again. Dude, you need to stop him. You need to get him off of sight. It's just doing too much damage.
Oh my god, and Halo Prince trying to save his teammate too. Oh my god. Is Bunny gonna make it? No, of course.
We're back!
Of course.
Whoa!
Yeah, Halo Prince and Bunny.
They're playing so well.
Yeah, they're just
no!
showing you how to play off stage 2s like immaculately. Oh my god.
Damn, I was like, okay, Bunny gets the, Bunny low-key might be carrying Halo Prince into this top 8 pod, but nah. Halo Prince, like, switched to the sight and just started cooking. That was crazy. A quick lead for the blue team, but right now it could be easily taken away by the red team, but Bunny with a big open up. Halo Prince going for that scythe recovery, or scythe edge guard, and Bunny losing the stock, but I mean, there's so much damage on the red team already. It's a good spot for the blue team.
Yeah, and Halo Prince just needed the 2 games to cook. He just needed those 2 games.
Oh
my god.
The slide charge from center stage to close out that stock. Halo Prince has taken every stock of this game.
Oh my god, yeah, just a highlight reel. Classic Scythe player stuff, just making their reels at any single point of the game. Halo Prince, no exception to that. And of course.
Oh, another one! Keep feeding Halo Prince.
And okay, they're both gonna try to edge guard hybrid. Does Bunny need help here? Looks like it, but
no, you get
okay.
Gets the sig back to get the touch, to get the resources. Halo Prince once again disrupting with the scythe. Okay, here we go. Can you find some control for Bunny? Bunny's been, I feel like, taking a majority of the damage so far in this game. Halo Prince gets a reverse every time Hybrid gets sent off.
No way.
I am worried because
in
a moment's notice, Halo Prince with 5 stocks dominating this game, and with the blasters in hand, is 1 stock away from their first top 8 appearance alongside Bunny. Bunny closes it out there with the Nair ground pound. I cannot believe what we just witnessed. Right. It was not even a lot of damage, but a 3-0 is what is called for as the blue team move forward into top 8 of Spring Doubles Championship. That was the hypest game we got.
Oh my god.
Or at least the most one-sided.
Yeah,
the
GC Sig to call out the recovery there, getting the confirm, and then let's Halo Prince, I believe. Oh, the slide charge
from center stage.
Oh my god. And then here I believe it was double down air. No, just the Sayer, and here we have double down air into weapon toss. Oh my
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Man, if he got that slide charge sig, it would have been the 6 stock win for Halo Prince with, I mean, okay, 60% accuracy and then 51% accuracy on Halo Prince and Bunny. I mean, it took less than 40, or it took about 40 moves for them to win that tournament. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my god. And whoa, what 0 damage on blasters? I thought they threw out a couple blaster moves, but I guess they didn't.
None of them hit. They need it.
100% Halo Prince saying I am a scythe player with those numbers. Wow. Yeah, and Fison, I mean, keeping up a little bit with the spear, but yeah, it was just an all Halo Prince highlight reel, and they're moving on to top 8.
Yeah, congratulations to them. That's seed number 23. So we have in top 8, seed 65, seed 23, seed number 8, and then I believe the last team was seeded in the top 8. But we have 2 teams that made it in, seeded outside of top 8. So already some very amazing showing some crazy runs. I feel like that's just the spirit of twos, is that 2 players that aren't seeded as high, maybe don't find the same results in ones, can come together and move on into top 8. Junebug, it's been a great block.
Yeah,
man, what an exciting twos block, man. I'm so happy about
that. Yeah, so many good matches, and we got to see some combo reels, which I'm always super excited to watch. If you guys want to watch more matches, head over to twitch.tv/Brawlhalla, but that is going to be it for us on this side. My name is Junebug.
Before we go, I'm just going to do a quick bracket update. I don't want to rush production too much. So if you're watching here, we have Zen Experience making it in 3-0. They have to play Balloon Boy Hideaway, first round of winner's side top 8. Java Fakey and Glue versus Glue and Sprite that are seed 11 that upset Anonymous Alex and also Megdi and Radish. Mm-hmm. And then in the elimination side, we have Anonymous Alex and Worthy fighting Guichibu and Truck Stop Burrito, and then in the loser side, Soul and Assassino 3-1 Radish and Meg D to now play into Bunny and Halo Prince. So some very awesome matches.
It looks like
you are.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna
update
even more. It looks like a couple of those matches have played out. Balloon Boy and Hideaway getting to winners finals versus Java and Fakey. So Glue and Sprite and Experience and Zen are going to be in the elimination side quarterfinals. So yeah, should be extremely exciting.
If you are currently working on your Twitch drop track, I know I am. You can. It's a category wide, so you have until 11:59 tonight in order to lock in your Twitch drops. So once again, we're going to be passing off a raid to the mainstream, and then from there we are going to you can continue your Twitch drops there. But once again, I've been PJ the Puff. That's been Junebug, and it's been a great time. June, anything really for the last time before we head out?
Follow me, follow PJ. That's all I have. Thank you so much to production and Brawlhalla. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy this awesome Twos gameplay.